Zach, do Zoidberg. Do Zoidberg. You seem like a guy who could do Zoidberg.
Hello and welcome to tonight's episode of that Indie Podcast. We have a full cast of characters, some of whom aren't IP belonging to other shareholders and other interested parties. My name is Andrew Otway, and let's introduce ourselves. And Aaron, since you seem so incredibly excited, you get to go first.
Shit. No, I was gonna say, are we doing a thing where we're playing the Foghounds, but we're swapping character sheets, so we're not playing the characters we originally played as, so I could see Ogre from somebody else's eyes? Anyway, sorry.
I only know them through a few episodes I've listened to, so...
That's also good.
Well, good news if you get my character sheet.
Good news, I'm a tank.
It's basically your character sheet as well, yes.
Bell's Bell.
Hi, I am Aaron. I'm playing the part of Como. I can never remember what the hell her job is. Lurk? The Lurk?
Yes.
Lurk?
Yeah.
The Lurk. I said that like 12 times. The Lurk of the party, which means I do thiefy stuff, and I'm invincible, I think? So there's that. And if you want to follow me on social media, you can just follow the podcast Twitter, because like 60% of the time, that's me every time.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Hi, I am Mike Jadarson Berard. I am playing Bell. And in Welst shit. I was gonna Bel Air the group, but I fucked that up. Arashimasu. Alright, next.
Good job.
Hi, I'm Jordan, and tonight I will be bringing back Edgar, the Foghound Slide.
I believe you mean you're bringing Sexy back.
Edgar was born in West Philadelphia.
And raised.
Yeah.
The brothel he spent most of his days. Did I get you?
No. Thankfully, my gullet was empty.
One day spit take. It will happen.
Bad words. Ugh.
Hi, I guess it's my turn. I'm Zach, and I will be playing Gentleman Jack, the not at all nefarious haberdashery enthusiast.
He's definitely the least morally ambiguous character in the party.
The least emotionally damaged character in the party.
What?
That is true. It says so on my character sheet.
I just want to point out that bar is so low, it is fucking subterranean.
Yeah, I literally just slithered over that bar. But yes.
Bell's not mostly damaged. She's just damaged.
Unstable.
Has no ability to limit herself.
You're unstable. That's it? You only have
Just
one
unstable.
trauma?
She's been doling out
sniper.
traumas more than
I
collecting
cause
them.
trauma to others.
Yeah.
That's fair. You also roll like a fucking demon.
And that's like my character causes trauma to others in all parts of her life.
Yes.
Sharing is caring.
Scarring is caring.
Scarring is caring. Oh, God.
Awesome. And I believe we're in downtime at this point.
Yep.
And I've got a couple rolled up newspapers to thwack you all with.
But we didn't do anything.
At inopportune moments.
Yes, we did.
Mike, shut up.
It's only fun if there's complications.
Wait,
Yes.
I don't think it's downtime.
Yeah.
We botched the last thing and didn't catch the dude we were there to do.
Oh, right, and then we pieced out.
Last time we killed all the badgers.
Yep.
Yep. Never
Except
mind.
their
Sorry,
leader.
I scrolled down.
And there was a specific thing that Jack wanted to do that didn't happen, but we got the job done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see what the character sheet for the gang.
Does anyone have a downtime action they know they would like to perform?
We just perfectly hit 2 wanted level, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate.
I definitely want to clear stress.
Cool.
So, I need to indulge my vice, which is luxury.
Okay.
So I imagine that's because I believe I walked away from the last run with like a globe
Yes.
and some nice clothes that weren't covered in blood.
Mm-hmm.
So Jack's gonna hit the town and
Globe under his arm.
window shop. At this
Three
point, just
silk
like
shirts on at the same time.
hmm the incredibly rich homeless person is the look that Jack's going for right now.
Hipster chic.
All right, so rolling indulge vice. I'm sure this is gonna go great because I have a total of 1 die.
That's probably. I mean, you've got a 1 in 6 chance to get a bunch of stress back. There you go.
2 stress.
You
It's
can push
amazing.
yourself again,
I can one more time.
and probably shouldn't.
No, almost certainly shouldn't. Although I could join the trauma club. I'll probably be doing it at some point. Otherwise, I'd probably just gonna train.
Okay.
Train prowess, since that gets me 2.
Mhm.
And then I'll spend a coin to train. Sights.
Okay.
Because those defenses have to go up at some point. So, imagine while I'm out on the town, I'm like mostly drunk, but still looking out for trouble. So,
Wait, your third coin was training insight?
yep,
Okay,
Third action, first coin.
Okay. third action.
right. Words, sorry.
Okay.
Wow, you've actually got a decent bit of stash there too.
Yeah, well, I took that move that gives me +2 every time we downtime.
Mm-hmm.
I've had it for 2 sessions.
Why have we never heard of this move before? Says Jordan.
I figured it made sense for the guy who used to be moneyed and now
Yeah.
isn't to have like investments.
She got that like halfway into the first season, and then like basically just rich uncle money bags to everybody else for
Yeah,
the rest
and,
of it.
and that was before we learned about the level up stash you were supposed to accumulate. So he was supposed to be even stupider, like yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of my plan is to like eventually just like Batcave, and everybody can come hang out in my Batcave.
You're gonna be season 1, the Arrow.
Yes, only yes, actually I kind of am. You have failed this city.
With like your little.
My name is Oliver Queen. I love that show, unapologetically.
We're like part of the way through the 4th season, and maybe I'm just not paying enough attention, but it's starting to lose me. So
Angst. That's when the angst kicks in.
I really like watching that show and just being like, oh hey, I've been there and there. Oh, and that's Vancouver too, definitely, yeah. Cool. So that's Jack out of the way. Anyone more interesting want to go? I'm teasing you, Jack. I'm sorry.
Bird.
well, I didn't hunt down and stab anybody this time
Right?
during downtime. So I mean, I feel like I already know who I'm going after, and I'm fairly one track. So.
Actually, do you
Okay.
want to narrate me like what the training insight looks like? Because yeah.
Yeah. So study is an insight skill.
Mm-hmm.
So Jack hits the town with the globe under one arm and 3 silk shirts and like 2 tuxedo jackets, and
no pants.
No pants. Pants are for plebeians. And finds himself in the records office somewhere. Maybe he snuck in, maybe he talked his way past the front person, maybe he gave them the globe as a bribe, I don't know. And then goes through a bunch of old records trying to track down holdings, and
Okay.
probably failing to do so because he's terrible at it, but that'll be the thing that he tries to do with his
Cool.
XP.
Roll me a d6 just for fun.
Yay! Boom.
Cool. One of the record books that you're flipping through, like you set it down, you go grab a glass of water or something. Like you take a 5-minute break to rest your eyes, and when you come back, there's like an envelope bookmarking some of the pages later on that you haven't got to yet.
Okay, excellent. That sounds like a thing I want to check out.
Cool. Yeah, it's in this sort of like delicate flowing script in this ink that's just like darker than the nights that are suddenly dark here, which is still weird to you. Because the moon was just like an omnipresent thing, and it's been maybe a month since it's been jostled from its orbit. And yeah, it's an invitation to an auction. Specifically, an auction of your estate.
Oh.
I think we're killing a lot of people tonight.
Just the ones that deserve it, or protecting the ones that deserve it, or keeping me from my stuff.
It's in 2 weeks' time.
Really? Okay.
They've rented out sort of like the ballroom of the art gallery in town.
Another one?
No, it's the same one.
They rebuilt it. We burned it.
No, not
No, we burned
Pigment's...
an art gallery.
Yeah, like not Pigment's Atelier. This is like not like like imagine the Vancouver Art Gallery, except it's Gastownier. Basically.
Gassier.
Yeah, there we go. There's
More
a steam.
town,
It's like the steam clock is out front, and it's exactly as disappointing as the steam clock is in real life. And I just went super deep cut Vancouver, and I'm sorry.
What's wrong with the steam clock? It sounds cool.
Yeah, so I'll file that away and
project.
yes, and plan on stabbing people.
Cool. I mean, that'll get you in the door. Like it's to you and from apparently no one.
Fun. That's not spooky and terrible at all.
No, definitely probably not a trap.
Definitely probably not.
Cool.
Cool.
What's Edgar up to? What has Edgar been up to in the like... It's probably been, honestly, a few months since like the moon got stoled, and it's been like about a month of dark nights.
Oh, you know, Edgar's been tied up.
Nora is a spider. But no, he's been working with the natives in kind of trying to enforce that treaty.
Mm-hmm. And it's a slog.
Yeah. But he's mostly been kind of like going to the talks as like someone to mediate, but also to make sure that there's progress being made.
Mm-hmm.
And hence the hiring of Mick, the new bartender. Because usually, like, Edgar would try to be there for his bar just to give it that personal touch.
Mm-hmm.
But more and more, he's been getting ready for like a more domestic life with Nora later. Just hanging with the natives that are at these talks.
Mm-hmm.
So balancing between that.
Okay. So getting to know the movers and shakers within the local native community and...
Right. Oh, and obsessively studying archons and stuff. Because he is convinced that the Raven was an archon at some point.
He's probably found some compelling evidence to that end.
Yeah. As for right now, he's...
I looked at chat, I fucked up.
You hard goofed.
Oh.
Anyway, he is watching over Nora as she's recovering from getting shot last episode. She had a really cool demeanor. You know, she wasn't like crying or anything as she was being stitched up and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But he was also kind of the loss of Harker was sinking in.
Yeah.
So he's like holding Harker's hat, which Nora made.
Mm-hmm. I also
And
just
it
want to
has-
point out that that is probably going to be the closedest casket funeral ever.
He's just kind of turning the hat over in his hands, and he's smoking the pipe that Harker gave him a couple years ago when they were both younger and both running with Eclipse.
Does Edgar have any like gray coming in?
Yeah, he does. He's got a couple streaks of gray, which is peculiar because like he's in his late 20s.
Yeah. So he's gonna be a silver fox in a couple years.
Yeah. As for what he's doing, he's planning on stepping in for Nora to help with Belle because like they asked about the Badgers and Gray's still out there somewhere. So he's also been practicing his prowling because he was never really that great at it. So I'm gonna do some prowess training. Like
Cool.
him sneaking into Nora's place without being seen by her neighbors.
Okay. So yeah, do the training and then let's see how that goes.
Okay.
Oh, good. Good. So what are you in Nora's house for? And do the two of you cohabitate or?
Edgar mostly lives at his bar.
Okay. Oh, like above it.
Yes, but
Behind the counter, there's a
There's,
cot.
there's an inflatable mattress. Uses a bottle of whiskey as a pillow.
there is an upstairs
Yes.
loft. But no, but when he and Nora were still just starting out, like he used to sneak into her place before.
Okay.
But he's kind of doing it in daylight now.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, just with all the turmoil lately, she may have added another like latch on the window that you normally use, and so that doesn't quite go entirely as planned.
Yeah.
So you're visiting her while she's laid up in her own bed, sort of thing.
I mean, like he had been there before, but he forgot something and he went back for it.
Okay. And so
he wanted to try.
she's laid up at your place, at Edgar's place.
No, her place.
Okay.
But he wanted to bring something back to her.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out like the purpose of the visit
Oh yeah, no.
and how long you'd be there.
Returning a book that she found when she was studying.
Okay.
Helping with the Archon clock from before.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, she's lying in bed. She's actually unconscious. How wealthy is Nora?
Wealthy enough to party.
Enough to own her own shop, but not much more
Okay.
than that, which is kind of the appeal of Edgar initially.
Wow.
Damn.
I meant because
I'm not saying she's a
he's-
gold digger.
If we're- yeah, as long as we're upfront about it. I mean, just
I think it's okay if you're gold digging your own other character, right? There's like a
I
little
don't
leeway
know
there.
about that.
I was going to say they both helped each other just have fun more often,
Oh yeah.
but
No, like it was definitely a mutual, like they started out using each other thing, I think, like
right, yeah.
Then they
and
fucked on a
then-
boat.
a couple times. Once when Ogre was there. It's fine, don't worry about it. Go watch season
I-
1 though.
Add a captain's hat.
That makes it all okay. Cool. So yeah, as you're leaving, I mean, like, her mother just shoots you a shitty glance because she's the one sort of doing the bedside today.
Mhm,
You've been there a couple times before, but today's shift is hers, she insisted.
mhm.
She doesn't say anything, just shoots you a shitty glance and, like, probably says whatever the equivalent of a Hail Mary is. Also, there's a dog in Mike's background, which is distracting.
Puppy.
Very puppy, although in crate now. But yeah, you're just about to leave when there's a knock at the door.
We have Foley work now.
I have a desk.
Setting expectations, Andrew.
Amway, do you have a minute to talk about multi-level marketing schemes?
um, I'm just going to go ahead and answer it since I'm sure Lucille doesn't want to get up.
Yeah, no, and it's your favorite group of people.
Great.
It's the Gastown Police.
Good.
We have reports of a suspicious male entering the premises. What business do you have here, sir?
Your mom called the cops.
I'm going to hold up a very innocent looking book and just say returning something to a friend. I forgot the key.
Friend?
And this friend, do you know their name?
My feet. Sorry. Jordan fucked up. Edgar would not say that.
That's fine.
Yeah, Edgar's like holding up
We can rewind that.
his own ring finger.
Yeah.
I'm returning a book to my fiance. I have forgotten my key.
You got any identification on you, sir?
Yeah, Edgar is probably already used to this. Like, he always carries his stuff on him.
Especially when trains are nearby.
Yes. He's trained to do it.
Nice. Got there. Swish textbook.
And he's going to hand over his ID.
Yeah, they're just giving you like the we're able to do this and you can't reasonably stop us hassle.
I've probably
This is
even
stop and
run
frisk,
into
isn't
the
Basically.
specific Gastown guard.
Yeah, no,
before.
you made the mistake of being in this neighborhood while not white.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're just gonna basically be shitty to you for about 15 minutes and then let you go on your way.
I'm going to be like annoyingly candid with them as they're doing it.
There's probably like a few more shitty sirs in there, and like at some point Lucille comes down and like, oh my god, Edgar, what have you done this time?
This is the part where I'm probably putting like adjusting my jacket as I assume we're finishing up.
Yeah.
And we just look at Lucille, say existing, and then I'm gonna walk off.
Nice. Yeah, and like one of the cops is going to escort you to wherever you're going.
Mm-hmm.
And just... How does Edgar get around town?
He actually walks.
Okay.
He does a lot of walking. It's one of the uses for his sword cane.
Okay, that's a pretty good walk from, like, that's Granville to the harbor.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he does it.
Yeah, so that's a pretty good walk.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's just a squad car, functionally like a squad car carriage, following you for the entire like 35-minute walk.
I probably buy like a newspaper on my walk back, and then like halfway back to the bar, when Edgar is done reading it, he waves it at the guard and asks if they want his copy.
They just give you a shitty look, park the carriage, and like they're just gonna stake you out for the night.
Great. Fine. Gonna fold the newspaper, tip my hat at them, then go back into my currently a cafe.
There you go.
Because it's prohibition.
Yep.
Excuse me. Was that one or two activity? One. Okay.
I failed prowl. As for the other, Well, 2. I'm gonna say it was also like personal
Okay.
training.
Cool. Yeah, just dealing with that shit.
Did we get personal training as the Foghounds, or?
I think we had most training with the Foghounds by the end.
Drum roll. The Foghounds had
training.
prowess and personnel,
Great.
but not
Okay.
insight or resolve. They did have
Yeah.
mastery, though,
Yeah.
just in time to never use it.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about mastery if that ever happens.
Mm-hmm.
I want to prowl at a
At
at a
5
postgraduate
dice,
level.
basically.
It's an
And
AP
also-
prowl.
Advanced prowlment.
Advanced displacement.
Nice. Well, no, that's
Advanced displacement prowl.
because you're picking pockets.
Shit.
Cool. What's Como up to, or what's Bell up to?
I'm gonna stab somebody.
Neat.
Cool.
Who and why, and
Who's
how?
Fire magic
Who's
missile at the
stabbing?
end.
Damn it, we established on Twitter that we're not stabbing.
Yeah, come on.
What? No, I
We've
thought
had
that we were.
discussion.
Mike,
There's a
Twitter is
Twitter now?
binding.
Stopping
Have you
is
learned
okay,
nothing of the
stabbing is
American
not.
legal system?
It really isn't binding.
Like I tried to go to
Nice.
Twitter and it took
Finding
me to Twitch
platform.
TV. Twitter.
Anyways, Bell, who
Twitter,
are you?
Twitter.
Okay, we're gonna get into the politics of the stabbing. So, who gets the stabbings when and how?
Well, no. So my point was is that Jack did not stab somebody, and that was a problem. So Bell will
Okay.
gladly step up
Mhm.
and stab somebody in their place.
Okay, cool.
I'm not sure that's necessary in the slightest. It's either that or Bell remembers that she's a revolutionary
Mhm.
and is supposed to do something about that. So
Cool.
really, we can take this any direction the GM desires.
I mean, you tell me, because I'm here to see what happens.
Find a politically appropriate target, put a knife in your gun, and then shoot them with the knife.
Fwaka, fwaka, fwaka,
Well-
fwaka.
The first thing I need to do is relax, and I figured that we could include the stabbing in the relaxation process.
I'm sure your club has accommodations for that. Yes.
Like this is a safe spot to get stabbed, sort of thing.
Oh yeah. Well, like it's like that place in Texas you can go to get shot so that when it heals you have a sweet scar to impress other people. But for stabbing.
1 second, Googling place in Texas to get shot for a scar.
I'm pretty sure I didn't need to specify in Texas because that's assumed at this point.
Like the first link is best facial scar removal surgery in Texas, which yeah,
If you Google that without Texas, though, you're going to wind up with somewhere in, like, Croatia or, you know, the Philippines or Thailand. It's not like somewhere further away. We're aiming at Texas.
Anyways.
wow, there was a place of the internet that I hadn't been to before. So yeah, we will stab someone to relax.
Cool. So is it just like they sign up to be bloodlet and you sign up? Oh my god. Okay, here's what it is. Part of the experience is like if you have less blood, it takes less intoxicants to get you high or drunk or whatever.
Truth.
And then the sadist also gets to indulge in their sadism. So this is like a twofer.
Right.
And with your new double secret super access because you're part owner of this place. Yeah.
Get it? Access.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Jordan. Yeah. So basically, the whole thing is arranged beforehand. We talk about it, make sure they're all good with it. There's like, where do you want to be stabbed? Is it like, let's avoid floating ribs and kidneys and places that you're going to bleed to death. Accidents happen. No, you got to say that out loud.
You get
You
3
just-
twists.
Wah, wah. Oh, it's like, yeah. So let's see how well that works out.
Awesome. Let's.
Do I get bonus dice for that?
I mean,
Probably not.
I want to say yes, but mechanically not really. Doesn't matter. Ace.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You have 6.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
It
Just
lists
clear
it
that
right up at the top of the thing. It says Bell, who currently has 6 stress.
Fuck yeah! Right.
Whoever made
Alright.
these did an ace job. Like,
Yeah, it's like they cared level me about it.
Right.
I gotta stop reading Discord. Wow,
Mhm.
that's way interesting now.
I don't have Discord open. I'm just talking into it.
For my next task, I am. So, what things are outstanding? I see why Como isn't afraid of bombs.
Yeah, so Como seems to be invincible.
Right.
Jack is Jack getting his revenge so far.
Okay.
And then All About Archons, Crow, and Nora was the clock that they worked to learn a bunch of stuff about Archons.
Right.
I mean, none of those to me seem particularly. They don't seem to be ringing any bells.
For those of you
God
not on
damn
the
it.
internet, that was me making
Finger guns.
you. Yeah, good job. That was an excellent.
I was gonna say it. I
Yeah.
was gonna say it doesn't win the Nobel Prize, or it is winning the Nobel Prize, but
Yeah, it wins the Nobel Prize for not going to do that because that doesn't involve terribly much killing.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is a lie. The cap does not stow and handle. I've been playing this water bottle for like 5 minutes trying to stow and handle, and that just doesn't do it. Yeah, so I think I need to re-engage my revolutionary track now that we're back with the Foghounds.
Yeah.
Are we back with the Foghounds? Like, why? What is the
No.
meta plot? What happened?
Edgar just is filling in while Nora's
Recovering.
got shot.
Okay. Yeah,
we
I'm
really
going to
have to
find
find
the next person to kill to help topple the government and reinstall, or install a revolutionary.
Or just begin overthrowing stuff.
Does Belle like have a group that she's working for, or is she just like
You
the person
did.
that wants to cause mayhem to install regime change?
No, you definitely had a crew.
Right. And it seemed to have left it by the wayside at some point in time.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It was how you originally lost your gun. Because you were on a mission with them and you chose to save one of them instead of your gun.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Right?
Well, we got to pretend to be cops to go get the gun back.
That was awesome, though.
Like for the flashback episode.
There we go. So I've started a new 4-point clock, which is who shall Bell killify. Since you don't seem to
Interesting.
know who you want to kill, that might help resolve a target for you.
Yeah, like I could go ask someone,
Mhm.
and like that should probably be part of
Sure.
what I do
Okay.
is my action here, as opposed to just stake them out, because that's not going to be useful.
Right.
I don't have a target yet.
Mhm.
Jack has ideas about who to stab. Just saying.
Yeah, but is that going to seize the means of production?
I mean, they took the means of production from me, so I'm kind of looking to take it back. It's mostly the same people, just different.
Mostly the same people, but it's gonna be different.
Well,
I mean, there will be bystanders. Like that's not. Okay. I have no idea on how to approach that, because apparently I've lost the track of.
So I mean, if you want to go talk to someone with whom you have like stuff in common, that's generally consort, like talking to someone as an equal. Sway
Yeah.
would be persuading them, be like, "Hey, I'm back and ready to revolt and seize the means of production, and capitalism's a lie."
Oh, okay. So it's not that Belle went off the reservation. It's just that people stopped giving her stuff to kill,
Okay.
and because of that, she's sort of forgotten who she's supposed to. Like, she's used to people telling her what to do,
Mhm.
not going to find out. Go kill this person is a thing that Belle exceeds at.
Right.
Go figure out who to kill is not.
So you're a rifle without a gunner. You're a sniper
Yeah.
without a spotter. You're
Little,
a
yeah,
rebel
yeah.
without a
And,
cause.
so this is going to be hilariously bad. All right.
Yep. I mean, it's just how much progress you make on this clock, and
Well, I think it might be an exciting incident. Let's see how badly this rolls.
Mhm.
Belle is not trained in resolution mechanics.
in de-escalation of force.
Right. So is this risky, controlled, or desperate, considering I don't know who I'm like
I mean, it's a like they aren't going to get violent. This is definitely a controlled position.
Okay.
I think what happens on a failure is they're just going to give you, like, their reach will exceed their grasp.
Okay, I'm not gonna like accidentally talk to the cops and ask them who I'm gonna kill.
Right. No, this is like you have a known contact for this, in your revolutionary self. Wow, that was almost not
No
terrible.
points. Yeah.
Yeah. They're gonna tell you that a good place to start would probably be, you know, the local Lord Governor.
No, but I think I'm about to.
So the local Lord Governor has, let's see, here's his full title from last season that I still have written down. He's Lord Governor in her absence, the Right Honorable Lord Hiram Dunbar.
Please kill him.
He's a pretty secretive dude and very well protected, but he's got a daughter whom could be leveraged, let's say, to get him into a less secure position from where he could be murdered.
Okay.
The daughter is
Stephanie.
his daughter is shut up, Jordan. His daughter is an adult, like mid-20s, and she's also with the Northwest Mounted Police.
Cool.
Sly's in a dinghy paddling his way across the Pacific Ocean. Don't ruin this for me.
I'm surprised he didn't try convincing Stephanie to go with him.
Oh, she has way too much shit going on to slum around with Sly.
Yeah, so I totally need to learn what abduction skills would be. Cool. Those are technically 2 actions, so I guess that's Hammurabi.
I mean, if you want to spend coin to do other stuff, that's totally viable as well.
I'm stashing coin. My goal for Bell is to get all the stash boxes checked.
Nice. Okay.
What's going around?
Cool. All right, Como. Last and only physically least. You're the smallest.
Oh, that's a new thing for me.
Yeah, but
So-
you still went like X23 on some fools last session, so
Yeah. So I think what's gonna I want to train prowess. I think the way this is gonna look is basically it originally started as her like skulking around trying to figure out the best way to sneak.
Mhm.
And some dude decided to jump her
okay.
or try to jump her.
Mhm.
And I'm training skirmish and using my knives on this guy a lot.
Okay.
So
Let's see how that fight goes, because, I mean, if you're not doing this in the safety of your own base and with people you can trust, fights
what's
suck.
the desperate?
Oh, yeah.
Trust.
Sweet, 1 more XP.
I mean, it can be desperate, and when/if you fuck up, it's gonna
bad.
hurt.
Oh, it would hurt anybody else, but I'm fine and reckless.
Done.
Okay.
Good. Good.
Oh,
Good. This is fine. Yeah. Your knife, like, just... I mean, it doesn't... Like, it goes into the guy, but doesn't catch anything. Like, you get, like, just incorporeal mass, basically. Like, there's nothing slowing down the blade, and you just, like, slip and trip through nothing.
Okay.
And then there's just the weight of a fully grown human on top of you with his boot on your back as you're down on the ground. What does Como do?
Well,
Also, it's a good thing you're physically invulnerable, because that probably would have, like, cracked a rib or 3. And, like,
yeah.
it's a bruise. Like, that's gonna suck in the morning.
I was planning on turning that invulnerability into a special thing. Basically, what she's gonna do is she's dropping both knives to make it look like she gives up,
Mm-hmm.
and then reaching into a pocket, holding a Spirit Bane charm next to me, and the other one has a bomb in it, and I had pulled the pin. I have
Okay.
some demolition tools.
Cool. I think demolition
So
tools are like bomb disarmament stuff, but
demolition tools, sledgehammer, iron spikes, heavy drill, crowbar. Yeah, that's true. Let's just say
Um,
I stole one.
no, just roll me a desperate wreck.
Oh wait, this wouldn't be Tinker to use a bomb.
Tinker is make the
Tinker's-
bomb.
Building the
Fuck.
bomb.
Fuck, I
Yeah.
have no points on wreck.
This is fine. It's desperate.
no.
You're learning.
Yeah, I'm
How many desperate rolls can we fail
mechanics-wise.
in
I want to
one
use this
downtime?
as I want to use this as why doesn't Como
Mhm.
afraid of bombs?
Okay, so
training.
this will be the second. This is like your second action at this point.
Yes,
Okay, cool. Yeah,
trying to
Done.
weave them all together.
sold. I love it. Good.
Agree.
Fine. This is fine. Yeah.
I'm gonna need another drink, huh?
So like there's like that actually stings. Which is weird. And like this dude's boot on your back is just getting heavier, but you just set off a bomb in what I'm assuming is daylight in what neighborhood are you in?
I'm gonna
Like,
say like a
I'm thinking like Mount Pleasant or something, like
how fancy is that?
vaguely. Like it's nice, but it's like hipster nice. It's not like the glass and steel and everything else that that downtown Gastown is.
Yeah. Okay. So
So I mean, like
I'm
there's
gonna-
people walking dogs and like
yeah,
barber shops around and stuff like that, and like small to medium sized restaurants.
yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna burn a coin somehow in this process, and my third action, while I have this foot, pinning me down, she's basically going to start pleading for help and saying that this man is accosting her and trying to blow her up or threaten her with explosives.
Mhm.
So resolve training.
Cool, good. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take long for people to come. The bomb was sort of a big, like, hey, something's gone down over here.
Yeah.
People should investigate. And I mean, you're clearly on your belly in an alley with a man standing basically with most of his weight on you. There's like shrapnel and you are bleeding. Like you've taken a level 2 harm unless you choose to resist.
Yes.
Cool. How do you resist it?
Eat the pain.
Hmm.
That's
I
very
think you
like
just
Dune. I will permit the pain to pass through me, and only I will remain.
I think it's mostly just like, even though she sets off these bombs and stuff, and like, she kind of just does it thinking she's not going to die.
Mm-hmm.
There's still this part of her that has to like soldier through any of the consequences. So it's kind of
Shit still hurts. It just doesn't like
right.
kill.
So like, I think that's what she did. She kind of just held her breath and she's like, this is gonna suck. And then it's kind of like,
yeah, because
trying
you want all
to go
that
to
wind
her
in
happy
you so
place.
it can get knocked back out.
Exactly.
Good.
That way it doesn't hurt as much because there's some compression there.
Super
It's like an
does.
airbag.
It super does. You don't want your lungs full of oxygen
Oh.
anyways. Yeah, good. That's why you're
No.
learning about skirmish. Nice. Okay. So yeah, that's a level 1 harm and it's like battered and bruised. Like you basically look like you just took a pretty gnarly bike spill, but you were wearing like the armor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you've got like bruises all over and like your clothes are all ripped to shit. And basically as someone rounds the corner, the weight on your back is lifted.
Mhm.
You hear a voice and that almost sounds like it's coming from within your own head. Like it's definitely not like an audible sound, but you hear it anyways. It's
Okay.
just see you soon, kid.
This is less good.
And like
This is less
Probably
good than I
fine.
thought it was.
there's like that phantom pain of like that boot stuck in your back.
Cool.
So maybe that's what the level 1 harm is actually.
Phantom pain.
Yeah.
It's got layers to that. It's like a
The Phantom Pain.
Cool. Anyone have anything else they want to do for downtime?
Nope.
Cool.
Can I buff the club?
How so?
I don't know.
Okay.
But like,
So I mean, if you're looking for like a mechanical representation for the income of the club, that slide move, something on the side or whatever it is a really good option mechanically to represent a passive income that you're just earning. Which is every downtime, at the end of downtime, you earn 2 stash,
Yep.
which will also help you get rich and have mad ducats.
where do you see this thing that you mentioned? The
So
slide?
it's a slide move.
A little something on the side.
Every character has a few basically blank abilities where they can just take stuff from other playbooks when they max out their personal XP track.
Gotcha. Cool.
So yeah, that's a really solid option for representing part ownership of a club and it literally paying dividends.
I will work towards it.
Cool. Oh yeah, there's a bomb in West Point somewhere. That's fun.
Yep.
Cool.
Still there.
So yeah, does anyone have any jobs they particularly want to see their character involved in or something they want to pursue?
Edgar wants to find Gray.
Nice.
I've got that invitation, but that's about it.
So what would okay. One more pip on your what thing.
Clock.
You took 2 desperate actions. Oh right, yes. Yep. I wish I could give you ability to modify those so I didn't have to like think.
I think you can. If you double click it, you should be able to do unless the clocks are different, but usually you can give people access to tokens and stuff.
I think they are different because it's not a token.
You're different.
That's fair. A little hurtful, but fair.
You're my Canadian friend who really exists.
That only barely works because you have like video evidence of him, which is way more than the Canadian.
Most Canadian friends. Most
Yeah.
Canadians, frankly, we are basically Sasquatches. Sasquatching?
Say, did you know that most
true.
Canadians actually don't show up on film?
Squatch eye.
Sea squash. Come on, man.
Squatchmos, I believe, is the preferred number.
Squatchmos.
Windy.
When the geese.
God damn it. Oh,
We got there. It took us a while, but we got there. Windy
Oh.
geese.
God, Canadian Wendigos.
They all live in Squash, BC.
There's just this ethereal in the distance.
The haunting.
Resounding off the mountains and pines.
I forgot what we were talking about.
What sort of mission do we want to do today?
No, we were trying to figure out who we're stabbing tonight.
Mhm.
Or chopping.
Mhm.
There's no stabbing tonight.
Oh, I'm up for whoever. I mean,
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I've updated that the matrix what players can see. So there's a whole host of gangs in there. Of note, you have made enemies of the Badgers and of the Moonlit Marauders. The Badgers.
I thought we killed all the badgers.
I mean, there's still their leader left. He explicitly
Greg got
he
away.
exists.
Yeah, I kind of want to go stab that guy, even though he decided not stab.
Yeah. Well,
Stab.
Literally, you decided not stab.
It's true.
It really seems like a fucked up choice now, doesn't it?
It does. I'm regretting it already.
he's Jack the Ripper, not Jack the Stabber. Come on.
It's not Jack
You
the
ripped
Master
some ass. No, that's
Chessman.
farting.
I mean, if you're looking to make some friends, there's a couple up and coming gangs. Smith and Ruland are an up and coming gang of drug dealers who are still small and looking for maybe some muscle or assistance. You've got a friend within the Wherefore and the Why who are are they the Druids? Yeah, they're the Druids. They're the spooky Druids. In the Wherefore and the Why. I'm gonna go push a button so it stops beeping every 3 minutes at me. 1 second.
Beep.
Do we still have do we have official handler job? Or are they just leaving us out to our own?
I mean, the handler could probably offer you a couple things. Sure. If you want Rigney to come up with some things, he's probably got a couple contracts he could get you to fulfill.
Oh.
I think I might actually want to pursue Jack's invitation to the auction.
Edgar
sounds like
wants
fun,
to go to
right?
a fancy party.
It's a party.
Edgar does want to go to a fancy party.
My God.
Who'd have thunk?
I am not going to be a waitress this time.
That's fair.
Edgar is probably going to take Como aside and assure her he would never make her do that.
You
I
Being
may
a
talk
fellow
to your
native.
girlfriend
It's kind of
then,
messed up.
because
It was
that
kind of
was
messed
her
up when it
idea.
happened.
I did not
Um,
hear anything Aaron just said.
Sorry.
You may want to talk to your girlfriend then, because I believe it was her idea.
It wasn't. It was the bartenders.
Oh, it was. Okay. Everybody else went along with it last time. Maybe you
Shit.
should hang out more often.
She probably would have made you a fancy dress if you asked her for it, because she was willing to make one for everyone, including Jack, who has a poor sense of fashion.
Jack has his own resources and likes to flaunt them. Question
Yeah,
about this though:
Mhm.
Is Jack the only one in this party that's not at least part native?
No, Belle is
Belle's not.
Bella's fake
Okay.
French.
Yeah, she's entirely non-native.
I couldn't remember whether Belle was. So yeah,
Belle's a foreign national.
we should
She's
roll up
fetish
to this
French.
party with Jack and his native date, and then I want to roll up in a completely non-Gregorian
shit.
entourage, just right up into the front room while people are bidding on my place. I want that
So-
to happen.
Is Belle bringing Crow as a +1 and Jack bringing Como as a +1?
Belle, you could probably swing an invite, being part
Yeah,
owner of the
yeah, no problem. And also, I've got the perfect outfit picked out.
Being a hero cop.
and being a hero cop.
Madam, I've never seen an assless dress before.
The dress is actually just
They're
the
called
ass.
chaps,
It's just
and
the
they are
ass.
all the rage in fake Paris.
I have a name for that. It's Nantes is the old world port city. And apparently I didn't come up with a new Paris. No. We are not getting sued by the
It is
goddamn
sealed.
Night Vale radio
Night
people.
Vale guys, come on. I love going to
Francia.
Yeah, I mean, I
Right
love the
by-
Night Vale guys too, but I don't want to find out if their lawyers have teeth or not.
I think
Rose
toothless
and
lawyers
Rosen.
will be scarier, to be frank.
They just
Old and high level.
they gummily hand you some legal documents.
They've got
Why does it got
face
spit on it? They don't have hands. They just put them in their
like a
weird gummy
tortoise's mouth, but made
slither
of
them over to you?
wobbly skin
You're
bits.
thinking of
Good.
You
weird
have to
gum
drink and it
snakes.
just.
Fantastic. We got there, everyone.
You're welcome.
Okay. Cool.
So party?
Yeah, I'm hearing that you want to go to the auction.
Awesome. Yeah, let's roll on. I'm going with light load because I'm going to be dressed to the nines.
But if you wanted to carry 9 things, then you should be heavy. Rimshot.wav.
Editor's note. Insert rimshot. Rimshot noise here. I had a
Rimshot.
third of a Bloody Mary.
Have we
Insert
considered?
rimshot.
Rimshot.
I'm
Have
playing
we
some
Besotted
space
with the
team over
rims.
here.
Aaron, you're
So-
my favorite lightweight.
And Narfle the Garhooks.
No,
Yeah,
Andrew,
man.
look,
How many?
I still
How many
have this much left.
I know.
I was gonna say you're like half a Bloody Mary in. It's great.
I've seen you have 2 drinks.
So have I, actually.
Mhm.
You could do this.
I get loud. That's it. My only thing, and words don't good.
Cool. I should have the rules open, and I don't because I'm irresponsible.
You're
We should
as
give our
almost as
editors, like,
irresponsible as we do.
Laugh track rights though. Like,
Pardon?
we should give our editors like laugh track rights. Like
Oh,
they
yeah.
should be able to just like throw laugh tracks into our shows.
Oh,
I-
you cheeky
I-
bastards!
I feel like you need like a woo button that is like just that.
I was just gonna say, like, I give our editors rights to like 110%. You have my utter blessing at any time to just cut the audio and then, like, narrator's note, they didn't, or whatever.
I just wanted to use like the Zoo Crew sound effects. It's like
I just want Ron Howard voiceover for half the
Yeah,
stuff.
basically.
This plan is going to go great. It didn't.
You need to give it up in Toxahall every month as well as a thank you for putting up with our shit.
Oh god, yes.
uh-huh.
There is a way in which there score planning and engagement. Cool.
Do I need to press button to receive invite, or do
Wait.
I just do it because I'm fab?
Yeah, no, you can just get it.
Get it, girl.
Mm-hmm. So who's everybody's +1?
Wait, let's challenge social norms. I'm going to be Bell's +1.
Well, I think Edgar and Jack will totally go in together.
Yeah,
I
they
don't think that's
totally
a
would.
problem.
Yeah.
Fancy lads out on the town. Nobody's even going to see the two of us sneak in.
Are you diminutive?
I think that was to you, Aaron. You're inaudible.
She's.
Ride Bell's shoulders as an accessory.
I mean, depends on how you like to party.
Bell's into some weird shit.
It's true.
I'm 19 and reckless. Let's do this.
Could have,
Well, there's the episode
people
title.
go together.
You're going to the party as Vincent Adult Man? Is that what we're doing right now?
Well, I would be like 14 feet tall.
Party guest.
Dressed as the Sandman from Neil Gaiman's. No. Do you have weapons that you enjoy?
I like knives.
Knives?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Knives
going to
and
stash knives in my outfit as like part of the outfit so it looks fancy, and I'm going to put guns on you.
Is this an excuse to like grab my butt?
I mean, probably.
Okay.
This is an excuse for like a John Woo style team ass kicking team up halfway through the scene, right?
Also,
So-
Bell's excited because she's never fired a rifle off of someone else before.
Yes, you totally have.
Okay.
With my
Like,
other
like, a
character.
dance move and like, yeah, it's like
I've
great.
never fired a rifle off of this person before. It's a whole new
That's actually a
person.
terrible idea.
So like
A light
like halfway
breeze would
through
make
the
a better rifle brace.
So
halfway through the process, while Edgar and Jack are like a few steps ahead of Como and Belle, Belle's gonna be like, "Hey, Como, check this out."
what plan are we going with here?
Loud. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Wait.
Social.
Yeah, this
Probably
is
social since
social.
we have a way in, right?
Almost
So I mean, like-
guaranteed, right? Like we're
Is that the bulk of the plan, or is the plan to get inside and then cause grievous bodily harm to people?
yeah. I don't even know what the
Like, what's our
end
plan?
is.
Are we here to kill
Who's
somebody for
then
Jack?
Question mark.
Well, I was just given an invitation. Like,
I mean, would anybody like to gather more information about the situation in front of you?
Yeah.
Mm. Oh.
All right,
Man, I
Crow.
gotta use that more often.
Crow, what does you do?
Well, I probably know a bunch of people who do the auctioning. Either from other
This group
parties.
turns out to be like not one of the normal companies.
Oh,
Hmm.
you think watch the auction go down? We can like hijack stuff on the way out. Like people start moving my stuff out, we can take it and put it in our lair.
Could do.
I ain't penny.
Well, I could also be just schmoozing with people who I know are going to be there because Edgar was basically like almost as a besides his bar, he was this extreme socialite who went to a bunch of parties and stuff. So I don't know, trying to see from other people who've maybe gone to the people running these auctions before, like maybe another one of their auctions.
Okay, so you're gonna see if you can find see if you know any guests.
Right.
Okay.
I assume that I know some of them.
Yeah, I mean, you know some people to talk to. Who would you go talk to?
Normally, I would go talk to Nora, but she's out. Probably another one of our mutual friends. I don't really have a name for them.
Is it Nora's
Augustine?
also horny for crime friend?
Augustine, yeah. The blueprints.
No, I'm looking at it. It might also be like Salia or those so those are people she knows. She just doesn't have a strong relationship one way or the other.
Right, but I've heard from Nora that Augustine is very attracted to Edgar.
Okay, she's good.
She's probably the one who started up the nickname Incubus at church.
God, yes. Yep. No, like at church.
Yes.
Cool. And oh yeah, we did a thing where like
yes,
you weren't being a very good friends with her.
Yes, owe me a favor. So Edgar is going to see if he can somehow pay that debt.
And oh Jesus, what approach is this?
Sway.
Okay. Good. You're a good person.
Yes.
Command
well,
her.
No, actually, it could be consort because I'm trying to find information about the party. And I probably have gone to a party with Augustine.
Yes, she never spoke to you.
Right.
She spoke to Nora, while the two of you were there. But, yeah. Never more than, vaguely polite eye contact once or twice.
I'm gonna push myself.
Good.
Use that stress.
Boot stuff.
Oh shit!
It's a very good thing you pushed yourself.
Oh my
God. Good
I'll
job.
push you because you're close to the edge.
God. Okay.
So where'd you go find Augustine?
Probably where some library or something where she and Nora used to study together. Nora's done with school and stuff, but Augustine still hangs around there. At the same time, Edgar's going to be bringing back the maps and stuff that Augustine gave Nora for the previous mission. And he's going to start by saying how grateful he is for her assistance. And
is it just the maps?
Or
do you bring anything to sweeten the deal?
Probably. So Edgar probably also gave some of Nora's friends choice drinks before in the past. And that's especially helpful with Prohibition on since... But yeah, he's going to bring her a small concealable bottle of apple cider.
It's hard to get white girl wasted without the booze, so.
So
Zach nods knowingly.
So
2 + 3 = 4.
I mean, so yeah, she's got a little study room reserved. The librarian on the ground floor is all too happy to assist. Maybe even recognizes you from back when used to come and surprise Nora.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, lets you know that Augustine's up on the 3rd floor and like, study room 4 Alpha sort of thing. And as soon as you crack open the door, Augustine's like, "Oh my God, is she okay? I heard that." What happened to her?
So Edgar is going to lower his hat, say she's fine. Nora's just recovering in bed. And mention that, her mother's watching her for today.
Oh, as if she doesn't have enough bullshit to deal with.
Edgar's not sure if he's talking or she's talking about Lucille or Nora.
Nora.
Yeah, it's like, how does Augustine feel about Nora's mother from what Edgar remembers?
So Nora is a rebellious young lady who is
Mm-hmm.
horny for crime and has a hot boyfriend who is also into crime.
Mm-hmm.
Augustine is jealous as fuck of most, if not all of that.
Mm-hmm. So Edgar is going to say that she should be awake the next day if she wanted to check in on Nora herself.
I mean, Nora's like conscious most days, but yeah.
Right. I mean, like, she's probably more ready to receive
Mhm.
visitors outside of himself and her mother.
Mhm.
He's going to pull out the bottle of apple cider and the maps and whatnot that Augustine gave her previously.
Edgar, you didn't need to do this. Like, I feel so bad. I mean, I gave her hell, and then she goes and gets herself, I don't even know what. She hasn't talked to me in weeks. Just let me, like, she's okay?
She is.
Okay.
And she was telling me how she felt bad with her preoccupation with he's kind of like look away, kind of like talk like crime without saying it.
Mm-hmm.
And she wanted you to know that she greatly appreciated your help. He's gonna tap on the bottle and say, I insist, and I knew that she would too.
So, I mean, she takes it, finds
Mhm.
a hidden compartment in, like her handbag or something. Like, she's
Mhm.
got space for it. Doesn't really have a good solution for the maps, but she'll figure that out.
Well, I mean, she can just straight up carry those out.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she'll roll them up with other stuff, and yeah. It's not that it's suspicious, it's that they're bulky, and she wasn't really expecting this.
Yeah.
So it's like briefly awkward as she's like, no, they're not going to quite fit in the bag like that, or they'll, no. So yeah. And then she sort of looks up at you, and she's like, no, it's fine. So what brings you here?
I was wondering if you were going to be attending. Is there an actual name for it? I just know it's like auction with Jack's things.
Jack, what's your family name?
I don't know if I have a last name.
Duchamp.
That's Sly's family. I'm okay with this.
All right, go for it.
Cross pollination.
Oh my god, Sly is his long lost brother.
Or like crazy uncle.
Yeah.
Every
One took
family's
up a
got
life
one.
of fanciness, and the other took up a life of hoboery.
Well, no, like. So Sly's whole thing was that he's from a cursed family.
Mm-hmm.
I think that applies.
We figured out where the curse is. Yeah.
Yep.
Poverty.
Yeah, that works. That totally works. I will play the same. I will have the same name in 2 consecutive. Yes.
Yep.
Definitely, let's do that.
Yep. So yeah, it's the Duchamp estate auction.
I was wondering if you're going to be attending the Duchamp estate auction. When is it? Like up to a couple weeks from now, or?
Yeah, I mean anywhere within 2 to 0 weeks from now. Your call, because we can fuck around with time.
Yeah. Before she answers, he says he's never attended something held by, the group that's hosting it this time.
And I mean, like, I don't even know that a name or an organizing body has been like explicitly named or even necessarily found at this point.
Hmm. He's going to like make some small talk about previous auctions that they had both attended with Nora.
I still can't believe you got her to do that with her hair. That was, oh my god, Nora and I laughed about that for a month. The Duchamp one, no, I haven't heard too much about it, but I know that it's going to be by the trains, the train yard. It's going to be in Railtown. Yeah, no, it's going to be held in the Pacific Central rail yard, like the main, basically like Union Station sort of thing. They've booked off some of the upper rooms. And I'm just going to fold that in. This is what happens every time that train honks. Just the adventure gets trainier.
It's like my pappy used to always say, "It ain't a train, it's a land boat."
Thanks, Aaron.
We need to steal a train, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Suddenly it's a train job.
If we're not stealing a train, we're stealing stuff off a train.
We haven't done a train job yet.
No.
This is the new mission. The train job is the new mission. Like, we have to James Bond our way onto the train, and then we have to, like, James Brothers the train.
That's definitely doable. I'm suddenly on board for this auction not happening on a moving train. Yep. That's what it is.
We show up, and they're like, "Please load onto this train," and then you're like, "Oh, they're going to take us somewhere," and then nope, it's on the train.
And also the train itself will be auctioned.
At the end.
Yeah, it's my family train. What's Carol's name?
One family gets to charge everybody to ride back.
The Duchamp, the Choo Choo.
Oh.
No, that's really good, and trains have a storied history in Canada, especially out in the West, so this works. I like it.
I'm trying to think of that one event where it's like a white table event on the SkyTrain once a year, but I can't think of the name. It's just really ridiculous. It's
Okay, I
like
just want to say SkyTrain is probably a way cooler name than what it actually is. So.
No, like that's the light rail in Vancouver is called the SkyTrain.
Mhm.
See, it sounds like it's just a train that's not actually tethered to tracks and just flies wherever it needs to.
Yeah, that's
it-
a reality thing.
It
Actually.
is unpiloted by human hands and apparently still runs on it's like on DOS. So
Yes.
anyways, we're getting further into deep Vancouver cuts and
I
further
learned
away
so much
from
about Canada doing this game, you guys.
right. No, this is thick with Canadiano. Like basically every bar name is a song lyric. Anyways, or a song title. Anyways, yeah. So you find out that and like maybe this rings a few bells, but like Jack would have showed you the note. I'm assuming, like the invite.
I probably even made a copy.
And so it's like we will be conducting an auction, and like there's a whole bunch of like nested train references in there. Yeah.
After the Duchamp family went off the tracks,
Yeah.
we decided to move full steam ahead with liquidating their assets.
Mhm. Yeah, no, you got this. I don't even need to be here. Goodbye.
Choose wisely.
God, no. Hard no.
No, that's decoupled from the joke.
See, that's it. That's good.
You can't have one without the other, though, is the thing. Like,
Okay, anyway.
So she said she didn't know anything about the Duchamp one specifically, but
Yeah, I mean, like it's being kept very hush hush, but I mean, she's going to have some inside information, and I think it's going to be like she actually knows who's running it.
Yeah, so I probably ask about them. Edgar switches into his usual gossip mode that he does with Nora.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, no, and you go back to talking about people's trashy outfits, and oh my god, I can't believe. And,
mhm.
trying to think. Sorry. Um, interesting. How the hell do you pronounce this? How do you pronounce that? Craigalaki?
Um,
No, it's that word that means
What?
Trash.
Hold on, I can paste it into Google.
Like it's Gaelic as shit.
yeah. There's like a
That's the name for whiskey.
It's gonna wind up being like one syllable long.
So that's where the last spike was driven in the Canadian Pacific Railway. There, British Columbia.
Craigology.
Craigilogy?
Yes.
Okay.
Really straightforward, actually.
Wait, what?
Craigilogy?
Craigology, apparently.
Cool.
Archaeology.
So the group calls themselves the Fleming family.
The ones running the auction?
Mhm.
Okay.
but she did say she was going to go or was not going to go to the auction.
She personally doesn't have an invite. She's not sufficiently fancy.
I see. Well, after some more sufficient gossiping, maybe about some fashion crime that Lucille has committed that he saw before being whisked away by the police earlier.
Mhm.
Because of course he's going to mention that he got whisked away by the cops when visiting Nora.
Most of your stories at fancy events end with you being briefly interrogated by the police and like bribing your way out.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
All the best parties in that way.
I'm going to talk about some horrible color matching that Nora's mother did.
Oh god, she's I mean, at least she's there for her.
Agreed.
And she like she taps like her bag and she's like, Thank you for this though. It's now's not exactly the best time for it, but in a couple weeks I'll let you know what I think.
I'm gonna lift my hat and kind of hold the door open for her to leave first.
No, she's got studying to do.
Oh, then Edgar is going to bow and excuse himself.
Yeah, no, she was up to her wrists in books.
Okay. Then he's just gonna head back to the Risen hangout.
Cool. So Jack Duchamp, we now know who currently holds your family's assets.
Yes, we do. Stabbing them at some point, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a plan, or is it just go in and stab people?
Yeah, do we just like roll up on this thing entourage style and schmooze for a little bit beforehand? Like, are we waiting for an opportunity to steal the train, essentially? Or are we like are we ninjaing onto the train and killing everyone and like all the guards and stuff and then taking the train?
Also, I mean, I understand what's in this for you. Are we getting paid?
Oh yeah, I'm cutting you guys in.
Okay. Revolutioning is expensive, so.
So
Jack-
yeah, there's gonna be a lot of the oppressors on the train.
Jack,
I know
are you
because-
backing up that promise of payment with anything?
This stuff on the train, clearly.
Okay.
So
I've
it's
been
Ariel
going through
plus
a
the
lot of
train job.
bombs
Got it.
lately, so
All hail the Great Alliance.
No.
A lot of
Uh,
the oppressors on the train.
So, Como, you aim to disobey.
Always. I'm a
Stab me,
teenager.
Mel.
That's what I
Stab me
do.
with a sword. How weird is that?
Like I imagine for story purposes, like Jack probably wants some specific things back.
Oh yeah, no.
Like-
There's memento. They're memento mori at this point.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's
Yeah.
mementos of your family that you'd like to get back, like your mother's pearls and stuff like that.
Sort of the like possessions writ large, I'm not that concerned about. Like Jack's not necessarily an art connoisseur for its own sake, or like, yeah.
And
But,
like you can think there's a few portraits that would be worth something just because they're portraits of people, and like the tragic end,
Mhm.
honestly, only probably amplifies their value.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the job. We go in, we steal some of my stuff back, and crashing a train because we all know how we are. But that's not the initial plan.
So what's
The train's filled with the proletariat, right?
there will definitely be
The bourgeois.
proletariat
Bourgeois. Sorry,
workers.
bourgeois.
There will definitely be
Yeah.
proletariat workers too.
Yeah, but there will definitely be like, yeah, they're gonna be like, it's a fancied thing, so there's gonna be like a bunch of people serving,
Mm-hmm.
and the people actually keeping the train running are probably
Mhm.
proletariat. Like we can't just nuke the thing from orbit and not feel terrible about ourselves, essentially.
Bell has no such problem.
I'm pretty sure she doesn't.
They gave their lives for the revolution.
We liberated the hell out of those people.
Look how
Their
free they are.
involuntary sacrifice will be remembered. Okay, so
So what's
I think
what's
I've
the
got
aim?
what
Is this social? Is it deception? And is it assault?
I guess deception is get in and then somehow take hold of the train.
I got that.
It could also be two jobs, and it could be deception in and then assault out.
out.
Assault 4 things. Yeah, that works. We can also try like sneaking on and in.
Mhm.
But I think we already
so-
established that it would be
so-
way more fun to roll up on the thing.
Just get Wash to drop us off.
He's leaf on the wind. Watch how he soars. Moving right along. Gesundheit. The
Excuse me. Ow.
So the thing here is, so like, if you want to do assault, I will just say you are on top of the train and it is rolling out of town, like it's starting to pick up speed. If you want to do social, I'll be like, cool. You walk up to the doors of the Pacific Rail Center, like Pacific Central Station.
We should do social in and assault out. That way we
Yeah.
get to wear our fancy dresses.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. What's everybody's weight?
That's
Like-
rude.
Sorry, what's everybody's load?
Better.
Dirty. Yeah, 3.
Wow, cool.
You can have up to 5 with
I think
the...
yeah, you get a bonus with the risen thing. 'Cause you've
Mhm.
got rigging. Yep.
Oh yeah.
So-
Well, I thought that just didn't count against it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going in
basically.
light.
Okay.
Going in light, so I'm not standing up. Besides, I only ever use like 2 total pieces of gear,
Uh-huh.
so hasn't become a problem yet.
That's fair.
One, two, yeah,
Girls
we'll
are
go light also.
Not going less than normal.
Pardon?
Normal. Bill's
Okay.
not capable of going less than normal.
Why she
Awesome.
wears big poofy dresses?
I think Nora made her one and then
Mm-hmm.
made it like
Rifle
meth
length.
proof.
Rifle length dress.
That's actually how Belle orders clothes from Nora.
Yeah.
I need this one to be
Yeah.
sawn off. This one needs. I need 2 rifle lengths, and
And I
6
need
pistols.
I need boots. I need boots to get the sun killer in there.
Jesus.
The heels are for. We've established the heels are thing.
Yeah.
Their axis.
I really think Belle's ultimate form is Bayonetta.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Como load
light.
and Edgar light.
Yep.
Cool. Awesome. So yeah, you walk up to the doors. There's a few people in like sort of solid white suits. They've got those tacky like brogued shoes on with all the detailing that are the two-tone. So it's like white and then on black, which really seems to be the only non-white color that they're wearing. And they're sort of just standing guard in front of the and then they ask for
I
an
have
invite.
Edgar under one arm. Is that happening? Like,
Pardon?
are we walking everyone? Are we doing the same sex roll up here?
Yes.
Is that all right, awesome.
Cool.
So yeah, with my arm linked with Edgar's, I will tip my hat to them using my cane and reach in my pocket and produce the invitation.
Cool. Let's see how that goes. Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
I mean, we're gonna steal a train.
We are going in not shooting.
True. Like this is the most out of our element we have ever been.
No, I'd agree with that. Is this plan overly complex or contingent on manufactured? Get in, shoot mans, leave maybe.
Blow up train.
Maybe. Leave maybe.
Blow up
Lee
train.
has air quotes and
Hopefully
question
escape.
marks on both sides.
So Belle, are like, do you have a bomb on this somewhere?
A bomb.
A bomb.
It's a bomb, JC.
My God, it's a bomb.
My intent is to fuck with the boiler and have it explode.
Okay, so that's. I basically just wanted to know if like I had a
Or
ticking
shoot it with
clock.
my sun gun, right? Like,
Wait,
if I
that
can't get it to explode, I'm gonna shoot it.
Belle, do you have a good tinker?
You're not bad at it. You've got like 2 dice.
Fine, good.
She thinks she does. She thinks she has the ability to do this.
No, I'm pretty handy with tinkery things.
Also, could survive an exploding boiler.
I don't know that Belle knows that about you, but you can
I'm imagining
absolutely
Como
like
saying that.
interrupt her and stop what she's doing.
I'm imagining Como saying that as, I'm pretty handy with like my hands.
Yeah, and that's when we get up to hand over our invitation. I'm doing weird spirit fingers at Belle.
I have deft little fingers. Quite good for manipulating small objects.
Oh, how many dice do we roll? Are we still doing that? part?
That's what we're still doing.
Okay.
Does the
4.
plans
Right now we're
detail?
at 4.
Does the plan? No.
What do I think?
Start. You're at 2. Does the plans detail expose the vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? No.
Yes.
Yeah,
All the
totally.
stuff is on the train. All the stuff
Yes.
is on the train. They can't get off. That's
It's a
weakness.
moving. Like, they can't call for backup because the train is in motion.
That's a fair thing. They can't bring more people in when we start stabbing them.
They are literally trapped in boxes.
They explicitly invited you.
Someone
They're
explicitly
not
invited
expecting it. It's when they're the weakest.
me. I also brought 3 other people who are violent revolutionaries.
You know when
Well,
you never get expected.
You brought a
to get stabbed?
dressmaker
Your fucking
and a
party.
violent revolutionary and an
No.
unkillable X-23.
The dressmaker is currently laid up with being shot in the gut.
Oh, it's Edgar, right? You brought a violent drink maker.
I was gonna go for revolutionary, just
Revolutionary train. I am
You have to hurry up
trained.
and roll. This thing is
Yeah.
leaving.
I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Nice.
God damn it.
Good.
Okay.
Welcome to Trains and D&D podcast.
What's a word for train that starts with D?
Diesel train. Anyways,
Those
Diesel.
diesels and the conductor. See, there's a silent
Decoupling and
conductor.
Diesel Cop podcast.
Diesels and decouplers. There you go.
okay, is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparations? Again, not really.
Mhm.
They're
Gee,
banking
push.
on Jack, but they are expecting stabs. Which, I mean, they fucked up. We're not stabbing
Yeah.
tonight.
Blowing up the whole fucking train.
Yeah.
Booyah. Checkmate, atheist.
Also a thing.
Your move.
Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for the operation?
I can't spend like a fate point here to say that somebody at the club is a conductor.
I mean, they did. So you get that die.
Yeah, that already happened, right? That was
Mhm.
what Edgar's whole deal was.
Are any enemies or rivals interfering in the operation take -1 die? Yes.
What?
I
Hidden
know.
information.
Are you
Arrival,
telling me
interfering in
this
our
obvious trap
actions.
is a trap?
Andrew, please list them right now, just for an interest.
Suddenly, out of nowhere,
No!
a badger stops you.
A literal
Oh, this-
badger, like the rodent.
And that's when
the
we
added
derailed the
badgers
He's
to
train.
wearing,
Gorn is
the
amazing.
sharp white outfit with the shoes too. Just kind of standing there.
Oh,
getting a fight.
Gorn.
I recently killed a
Badgers
gladiator
eat
with his own
roads.
badger.
That sure is a sentence you just said out loud.
Mike, are you having a stroke?
No, Gorn is a game that I play that's a gladiator VR game, and they added badgers as weapons. I mean, they're not added as weapons; they're added as obstacles, but I use them as weapons.
Gladiator's Badger sounds like a legendary gun in Destiny.
It does. The Gladiator's Badger.
Are there any other elements that you want to consider? Maybe a lower tier target will give you +1 die. Maybe a higher tier target will give you -1 die. Maybe there's a situation in the district that makes the operation more or less tricky. Have any of you ever robbed a train before?
I did take preferred prey vehicle, so I think that should count.
It's your favorite enemy type.
Favorite enemy vehicle.
No, I got nothing.
Tracked vehicles.
No.
I mean, Bell is good at tracking.
Mm-mm. I find the train.
You just have to, anyways.
I just follow the tracks.
Follow the tracks.
Yes. Okay. What were we at, Zach?
4.
I think we're still what?
Four.
Four.
Yeah.
I don't actually think it's 4.
I
Push
think-
your luck. Bold,
Just one for the money,
yes.
two for the show, 3 to get ready.
Not weak, not strong. Friends or contacts are helping. Enemies, rivals are interfering. So I think you're at 2.
I feel like 2. 2 is where my math was at. Yeah.
Well, then you roll it then, Zach, since this is for your shit. And we
Yeah.
can blame you if
Awesome.
it goes bad.
Okay.
Great.
Is that good?
Yes.
The 5's pretty decent.
It's
better than
not
it could be.
bad. You're in a risky position when the action starts. I think they're definitely going to let Jack and Edgar on.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a few sidelong glances.
Mm-hmm.
Edgar, one of them is definitely at you. Like this is the look that you know well.
Yep.
Um,
I've been to enough parties to not really care.
yeah. Well, no, this isn't that look.
Oh.
This is them bedroom eyes.
Oh, I see. Well, I am wearing my fine noble clothes.
Mm-hmm. And
You
Nora
walk by and
made
you're like, I bet he fucked.
Nora made sure your ass looks like $1 million in them.
Mm-hmm.
Like actually 1 million deers. Anyways. But yeah, Como and
Morning.
Bell step up, go to hand over the invite, and they don't seem to think either it's authentic or they just don't want to like recognize it. Like I'm sorry, ma'am, but there must be some mistake.
I mean, it's a mistake if you don't let me get on that train.
I mean, you are welcome to come on, but and just like looks at Como with a pointed silence.
My handmaiden goes
the
everywhere I go.
mistake is that there are not hors d'oeuvres in this hand right now. You are being a hindrance to me getting dinner.
That
You
sounds
do
like a
not
command,
Want
Como.
to see me when I am angry. Great, I have
Doesn't
nothing
make
in that.
Mm-hmm.
Can I assist in the commanding?
I mean, or you can back off and find a different approach.
Nope, reckless. This is how it goes.
Have you met us?
And Bell, you can absolutely assist for +1 die at the cost of 1 stress.
Woohoo! I assist stressfully.
Do you have a devil's bargain?
Devil's bargain is you can get a bonus die if you act a little flirty and maybe promise to meet him somewhere.
Okay.
I'm really waiting
This-
for you to just fuck this roll anyways.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would love to see how that plays out with the
This is
negative roll.
risky.
Okay. Standard effect.
Mhm.
So 2 extra dice.
Mhm.
So basically, she's got to say the thing about the hors d'oeuvres, and then take a deep breath and go. Maybe if you play your cards right, hors d'oeuvres aren't the only things that'll be in my hands tonight. And she goes, "Oh, wink."
Oh yeah. Nice.
Wow.
So Belle, like they move out of your way, Belle, and this shitty guy's gonna be like, oh yeah, why don't you and like motions off to the side where there's like some not at all inconspicuous bushes, like it's not even slightly private.
Ooh, I do a thing that's bad.
Yes, please.
I'm bad at all these things.
That's good. I'd like to hear that.
I'm not exactly sure what it is I'm trying to do.
I have an idea.
What
But
does
Tell me what to do the thing. Can I help?
I don't. I'm gonna bite him.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I'm
I was
venomous.
gonna say, did Como just remember that?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Like you take him behind the thing.
If
I'm
I just
biting.
shot him, would that cause a problem?
Yes.
More
Okay.
or less than if I bit his dick with skullfire poison.
Guys, we didn't even get drinks yet. Come on.
Oh, we're getting drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, Como, you're here with me, and we're not even on the train, and you're
Yes.
sneaking up behind the bushes with some dude.
Mhm.
I offense.
I'm sorry, my lady. This gentleman doesn't seem to understand the food first policy, even though it was clearly stated ahead of time.
Yeah, that was not stated anywhere.
Uh-huh.
Look, are we
I
doing
said-
this thing, or are you gonna sit here while your lady gets on that train?
Do I need to roll a thing and change his mind? Can I do that, or is this the
mostly
devil's bargain
talking
playing
to-
out?
This is the devil's bargain.
Okay.
And I mean, if you want to take him behind the bushes and just bite him and venomize him.
Oh, wait, hold on. I can excrete it from my skin. So I just have to take his hand, and then all of a sudden, he can't tonight. He has a headache.
Can you? Okay. Edgar, you're on the train, and you're there with your +1.
Yep.
You're in like they've definitely done this up to the nines. Like this isn't a shitty passenger train. There's a couple things where like they're clearly trying to like, oh look, this is how the other half lives, but it's still like more luxurious than it has any right to be.
Mhm.
So there's like a few of the like vaguely uncomfortable chairs so that the rich-ass can like, oh look, I'm sitting in a plastic chair, or like I'm sitting in a wooden chair and it's not even shaped like my bottom, sort of thing. But those are mostly just novelties sprinkled around the rooms and like.
It's great. Yeah, I'm gonna lead Jack to the table. We're going straight for a drink before Belle or Como can do anything to.
Yeah, they're actually serving alcohol tonight.
Yeah. I'm probably judging each drink I have.
At the table next to you, pointing with his cane,
Mhm.
and sort of under his breath, but not actually, like telling you the terrible things that he thinks about literally everyone in the car.
There's
Mhm.
actually like. You honestly probably find it a little distracting because like most of the art on the walls used to be on your walls, and like they they have like numbers on them for like a silent auction
Perfect.
somewhere.
That's
Mhm.
perfect. Yeah, no, I'll be like family portraits. I'll be telling you like, oh yeah, that's my great uncle Stephen, who was
That's your
the-
crazy uncle Sly is who that is.
the founder of, and blah 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 all the way down. But he was kind of a jerk.
Nora,
So-
like 3 portraits down and like across the room from you is definitely a self-portrait of Sly.
Great on.
Edgar is going to be like, oh my god, like, he's probably going to, as soon as his eyes connect with it, he
Yeah.
immediately downs his drink.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You're not sure, but you
Um,
think the painting winked at you.
Mm-hmm.
And that just seems entirely par for the course, probably.
Mm-hmm. No. Yeah, I'm probably also scanning around to see if there's anyone else that's like familiar to Edgar, since Augustine said she wouldn't be there.
Yeah, no, a nice, cute waitress drops by a drink, and you maybe recognize her. Like, she tends to work these.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing you go to like take a sip,
Yep.
and then smash cut back to Como behind some bushes with a dude.
How skin contact, right?
I'm not
Yeah.
thinking his dick is out, but you tell me.
No.
He's
So I
a
can
guy,
secrete
right?
in
They
my
do that
skin. I figure
sometimes.
he's gonna try to lead me by the hand, right?
Mhm.
Well, now he's got the poison on him.
Okay. Can you read me the description of Skullfire poison?
It doesn't have one.
Really?
I believe it. I remember it
I'm
being
pretty
a
sure
thing.
it does.
It does in the book.
I think it's like debilitating headache or something.
Toxic fumes from evenly heated Leviathan blood causes incapacitating migraines.
I'm basically excreting Leviathan blood fumes, which is cool as shit.
Are you sure you want to do this? Incapacitating migraine.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't mean quiet.
Yeah.
But I didn't do it. According to, what anybody else can see.
There is no way for it to look like you didn't do it.
Yeah. And all right, I'll just knock him out.
So your solution to this is that you're going to leave the bush and he won't, and then the other guard is going to let you come on the train.
The guy's going to be on the ground screaming
Mm.
because migraines are not fun. And having one just decide to set in because of something you inhaled.
Well, I kind of flirted myself into a corner here. So
It's true.
his options are either debilitating migraine or I knock his ass out. So
I mean, you
Just
tell
like,
me.
you could throat punch him and then run for the train.
You are a daring thief. Or, I mean, you could convince him that, no, you do need a drink first and he can meet you on the train.
oh wait. Whoa, wait, hold on.
Okay.
I have a shadow cloak. So I'll be like, give me just a second. I have you'll see. And then he goes on the other side of the bush. I'll put the shadow cloak on. I just poof on into the
You're just going to, like,
train.
book it for the train?
Yeah.
Okay.
Invisibility cloak my way over there as best I can.
Let's see what's it called?
Prowl?
Yeah, that's the one.
Prowl.
Risky?
Yes.
Okay. Boop, boop.
Yeah, this is risky.
It's a 4.
Okay.
Medium result.
Cool. Belle, what have you been up to while this is going on?
I mean, I think I'm getting ready to shoot the guy
Okay.
quietly,
Yep.
and then we'll lend a hand for Como to help her on.
I don't know that shooting quietly is a thing that exists yet.
No, I'm quietly getting ready.
Right.
Right. Like, I've drawn one of my pistols.
Okay.
Didn't you put all your pistols on me?
Poor
Jack will like
pistols on
poke
me.
Edgar.
I mean,
his
I have.
rumination on the waitress with his cane and be like, Belle's belling pretty hard out there. We should move. Probably.
Agree. In a different direction.
Yes. We should move further into the train. Let's go look at more of my stuff.
Yeah. Edgar's just going to say lead the way, but he's going to hook arms around Jack and just kind of walk them in a different direction very quickly away from Belle.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
Como,
and
you're
then
about-
Jackal took his cane under one arm and then grabbed the bottle with the other one.
Mm-hmm.
You are definitely not the first foppish rich person to do that tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's what
Como,
this whole
you're
night's
about 5 steps from the train when that idiot with his white tuxedo pants down around his ankles comes like stumbling out. Like, where the hell did she go?
Does he trip?
No, he's just
Go.
walking like an asshole.
Shoot him.
Well, I mean, he's confused. His buddy is like, wait, where the fuck is she? And is going to look over to you, Belle. What do you do?
I blow him a kiss,
Okay.
like rudely.
With a bullet.
No. Like I don't need to kill them yet, right? They're not like at
Yeah.
risk of catching Como because I don't fucking see her either, right?
Right. I mean,
Right.
she's not invisible, but it blends her in with the darkness, and it's like night.
Right. I'm mostly interested in intervening if they're going to intercept her.
No, they've just noticed that she's not where she should be.
Right.
Just giving that guy a BJ in the bushes.
I mean, looks like you missed out, friend.
Okay, and then you just like hop on the train.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can act upset that your date ditched you too.
Not just ditched, like walked off.
Yeah, we're gonna have words.
Yeah.
This is totally uncool behavior.
I mean, there's like not even the first dance, just wanders off.
This is like flashback to junior prom, like all over again. It's
Yeah.
just-
You said you were going with me.
Jesus.
Ask Edgar how I stitched him back up after that time that he got all stabbed.
It was great. He's just gonna walk off.
Edgar
Yep.
learned a few things about himself. Como, as soon as you're inside the train, like it seems to be sufficiently well lit that your shadow cloak doesn't do much in here. There aren't enough darknesses.
Okay. I'm just gonna
And like
kind of
that
fold.
that guy with his pants down around his ankles is like gonna be chasing you.
Okay.
Just slowly at
Um,
first.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like fold the hood back and try to like find the rest of the group inside the train and
Well, you're at
not-
one end, and conceivably they're between you and the other.
fair. I'm just gonna. Is Belle in the train or is she outside still?
Oh, you're getting some stony cold silence at the moment. I'm inside.
Belle, that's. I wasn't gonna. You know that was. I just had to get on the train, right?
Yeah, but now you've caused all sorts of problems, and really, we could have handled this nicer.
He
I saw you
shuffles up
holding
to
that
you,
Gun.
the
There
idiot.
were ways this could have went much worse, and if he comes close,
Shuffles
to me,
up to you, and he's like, "There you are. I was looking for you." And he's like doing up his belt and tucking his shirt in.
"Hello, sir. I'm here with my date. I will need you to stop harassing me, please." And like, she hooks her arm through Belle's arm.
He just
And then, like-
he stares at Belle flatly.
Get fucked.
Como kisses Belle on the cheek and like kicks one of her feet up a little bit.
You're going to kill me.
No,
Oh, it's controlled?
yeah, it's controlled. I don't just always secrete brain poison.
It's
I
not
figured you
rogue.
were rogue,
Like, it's,
right?
it's not. No, it's.
Belle
Is
would
it-
be into that.
So, is it?
Incapacitating though.
I mean, that's flavor crystals for experiences. Can I use sharpshooter with throwing knives?
Yes.
Just asking for a friend.
Right.
Yes.
I'm just curious if I can throw all the throwing knives.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Just asking for a friend.
Well, if the person decides to escalate the situation, I will solve it.
Hey,
Not really. He can't do much here. Like you are definitely above him in a social station, and he's
How
For
far
lack-
away are we?
Okay,
for
You
want
just
of a
pull up
better
your
term,
goddamn
he is-
pants
Stick out.
and get back to work before I go find your boss and explain to them what sort of an uncouth, ill-mannered lout with very poor personal assets you are. Lacking, one would say. Embarrassingly so. Although at the club, there's people who pay for that. So
She hand him a
Here's a
business
card.
card at
Card?
the end.
These side of
Consider that
card.
employment.
it's like this. I haven't seen anything so pathetic my entire life. Come on by. You know, I have people that cater to that.
I
But at the same time, like,
just imagine Bella like straightening his jacket while she's talking him down, and then she just slams the card for the club into his like.
No, you just tuck it in his pocket.
Yeah.
I put it between his teeth and close his mouth.
Nice.
Just go and then push him
Lift
the
up
other
the jaw
direction.
as you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I roll command for that?
Yes.
Is that risky or dangerous?
This is controlled because he has no effective means of opposing you.
Oh, how cute!
What he wanted in the first place was not okay.
Yes.
So he
How much stress can I take to cause that to be funnier? Is it too stress?
What do you mean? Like to push yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Como, are you gonna assist?
Yes.
Do you have a rank in command?
I think.
Oh no.
I think that I don't know that you need to. I think you just need to pay the stress.
Yeah.
I think
Trying to figure out how Como would help is the thing.
there's a devil's bargain here.
Just-
Instead of your taking.
She just jumps up and down, saying, laughing. What's that?
Basically, just like the couple at the next table takes notice.
Sure. I mean, that doesn't sound bad at all. He said, willingly taking the devil's bargain. Are you still? Can he still give me the extra bonus die
Yes.
for helping? Sure.
Yep. Yeah, Aaron can still.
Come on.
Yes. Done.
Bonk.
Ugh.
Wow.
I mean, like he's still dressed down.
But that wasn't a desperate action, right? So I don't mark XP because I failed.
Correct. Well, you just mark a XP on any desperate action, success or fail. But no, so he's dressed down. He's going to like take that one on the rhetorical chin. He keeps like control of himself. He plays this off pretty well. Yeah, basically. And the lady the next table over looks over to you and just says, "Oh, honey, how gauche." And like rolls her eyes at you a bit. And you looking at her, like, there is more here than meets the eye. If this were Borderlands, she would get one of those title cards.
Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
like for Moxie sort of thing.
Yep.
You're gonna shoot her.
And she's wearing, like, just this big, froofy dress that goes up. Like, it's got a high sort of, like, whatever the back of the neckline is. But, like, a plunging actual neckline.
I kiss Como in a socially unacceptable manner.
Como, do you use venomous?
Nope.
Okay.
She goes with it.
Okay.
And then waves and walks off.
Sorry, was that gauche too?
Not gauche, just predictable, and I'd really hoped for better company. And she's going to stalk off towards the bar.
Is the bar towards the engine or away from the engine?
It's towards the door. So, like, towards where that idiot walked back.
Well, I could poison her drink. All it takes is a finger. I just gotta put my finger in there.
Just gonna put my finger in her drink without her noticing.
Well, I mean, if you bring her drink, but that brings you back to being a waitress, which you didn't want to do.
That's true. We'll save that one for later. Just
Okay. Now you can poison all the drinks by putting like your hand in the punch bowl.
I feel like having poison skin and being the waitress is a pretty good combination, all told.
Just
I mean, it
potentially
wasn't an
doing it in the
accident.
background.
It's like I totally get why not, but like that.
I don't know if I told
no.
anybody, but right when I became invincible, I figured out I could make poison come out of me. At will?
I'm gonna shoot you at some point to test that. You know that, right?
The poison thing? That's not how that works.
No, the invincible thing.
Oh, some nice lady like detonated 4 bombs around me the other day.
Yeah, but my gun comes from the sun.
Sun doesn't really come around here too much.
Well,
Once
we
a
get the
day.
sun all the time.
More now, but you know.
Wait, does the gun not work anymore because the moon's gone?
No, it still works.
It's
And
the
it's solar
sun.
powered.
The sun and the moon are not the same.
Are you sure?
I am
sun
so
is-
upset right now.
They're
Jordan,
both
thank
great
you for
friends.
the astronomy lesson.
This has been Jordan's astronomy class.
Yeah.
Look, it's the moon
thank you for
brought
attending.
magic, and the gun is not. You don't
Different.
get the sun magic from.
The sun gun, so like a large
Pretend I
version
said
of
nothing.
the
Apparently,
okay, a large
let's go
version
find.
of the sun gun is what moved the moon.
Wait, don't go FK now. I'm gonna torment Edgar a little bit.
I think she's quacking. Look at that.
Yep.
She's
Well,
an
and
angry duck.
either way, it's a quack face.
It is. It works. But it works in two different directions.
Cool.
Oh, that has some amazing images.
What?
Which quack face?
If you Google Quackface, I don't suggest you do it.
Don't. I'm not doing that. Anyways, moving right along. And to our viewers at home, we apologize profusely for whatever you just Google image searched. Yeah, so what's Jack up to? Because Edgar apparently is getting another drink, the Lush.
Jack is scoping out his stuff, and occasionally taking swigs from the bottle and offering some to Edgar if Edgar wants it. But also scoping out the security for his stuff.
Okay.
And how easy it would be, and specifically looking for those like mementos from his family that he was wanting to pick up.
So I mean, most of the things on silent auction, which are like actually presently out on display, those are all sort of like portraiture, and I mean, you tell me if any of the portraits or like landscapes or whatever, because I mean, there is a bit of an artistic streak in the Duchamps.
Yeah. I don't think I would be. I mean, there might be like that I'd be like personally pretty interested in, but otherwise I'd probably be eyeing those as like monetary assets more than anything else.
Yeah, that was sort of my thinking. Any of the stuff with that real sentimental value is probably going to be in the live auction.
Okay. Then we will keep making our way unless we find a place that's
and I mean, like, there's
mostly unpopulated and like lightly guarded. I will probably just leave the paintings where they are for now.
There's maybe like 15 patrons total on this train, and on every carriage, because there's about like 5 or 6 of them total. One is like the booze where that lady in the dress is, and basically at every carriage on either sets of the doors, there's 2 of those goons in the white tuxes. And they seem pretty observant. Like they're not all chumps like that one moron that you know nothing about.
Okay. Oh yeah. I mean, scoping out mentally, making a mental note where to come back to when the shit inevitably goes down.
Yeah, there's a couple landscapes that could fetch like 2 or 3 coin apiece. That you notice, and then like one of them's like a sculpture that's actually like it's an original Slybert from before he was disgraced.
Okay.
PD
Uncle
Slybert.
Slybert?
Yeah. Let me find his exact name because it's
Slybert von Rumpelcrisp.
I
He
think
had more than that.
it's Ezekiel Slybert von Rumpelcrisp.
Rumpelcrisp is my favorite part.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me think
Okay.
of Ruffles.
Yeah.
How big is this sculpture?
It's
Like,
not
are we going
like
to-
it's. It'll comfortably occupy. I mean, whomever has like a small to medium-sized purse, it'll comfortably occupy that.
Okay. I'm sure we'll find hauling materials. Okay, great. Yeah, definitely remember where that is, and then sort of keep moving to the front of the train to scope everything out, making small talk with Edgar, pointing out historical oddities, and taking note of everyone in the cars to see if I recognize them amongst my enemies.
There's
They have
definitely
failed
a
the city.
couple. There's definitely a couple faces that are like, "Oh, they're here. Interesting. I remember like a heated argument with that fucker 8 years ago." But there's also a couple people that you thought were like family friends. Are you taking any pains to stay under the radar? Or are you?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
So
No.
yeah, there's a couple popped monocles when you enter. Like every new carriage you enter, there's a popped monocle or clutched pearls.
I like that.
They're like,
Yeah,
oh,
and like Jack is down with that, like
Yeah.
making an impression on these people and making them scared of him.
hmm
Like
I-
letting them know, making them uncomfortable with the fact that he's there.
Do you have anything in command?
I do have things in command, yes.
Okay. Would you like to try to intimidate them further?
Sure.
Okay.
I will take that. I will take that opportunity.
This will probably be a risky command. And like the harm is going to be mostly social
Okay.
or mental.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I will take that roll.
Okay.
I'm not gonna burn any. I mean, if you've got a fun devil's bargain, otherwise I'll just roll straight.
I've already got a couple fun ones in play, so
Yeah, no, I feel like we've already got some stuff moving around. That's cool.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So you get to the last car where the auction's going to be held. And you see this fucker, like your eyes meet. You do that like anime letterboxing thing. Yeah. And wouldn't you fucking know it? It's Clarity Fiore. Actually, wait, did I get the
Okay.
name wrong? Because that might be your friend.
No, Clarity's my friend. It's the
Yeah, it's
the
Sawtooth.
It's
Okay.
not.
That's a shitty name. That's not a rich person name. God damn it.
I offer you an option.
Yep.
In case it wasn't already the case.
Mhm.
Uh,
It's basically
I-
they're your rival from fencing school.
okay.
So
Fencing
you
school,
tell
I
me
like
who your
like
rival
that.
is, and it's someone who
Um,
used to beat your ass up and down the fencing court or whatever the word is.
Football stadium.
Strip. The fencing strip.
Nice. Okay.
What was that? Jacques butt stuff that we were talking about earlier.
It's not butt stuff. It can be Jacques, but it's not butt stuff.
Yeah, I just call him Jacques butt stuff.
Okay.
That's what I always called him at school.
It's Jacques Boutier.
of clan butt stuff. Boutier. Okay. Yeah. Sure, it's Jacques.
Yeah, it's fucking
The guy
Jacques.
who, yeah.
Yeah.
My ass
Mm-hmm.
at fencing school because I'm a terrible fencer.
Yeah. No, I mean, Jack doesn't fight fair.
No.
And so
no.
your eyes meet, and like he gets that smile when a wolf smells blood. This is
Okay.
the first carriage. Like you were probably feeling pretty invincible walking in here, and just
With all the
yeah.
soft nobles, they're like afraid of me, but not him.
and his
No,
smile
Jacques.
just punctures that like a fucking balloon.
Yeah. I don't drop the bottle that I'm holding,
Mhm.
to my credit. But Edgar hears the pop of my sword cane.
Yep.
Not unsheathing, but like just like reflexively, just like click.
Mm-hmm.
Jack feels threatened. This is the thing that happens.
He looks down.
Freeze.
He looks down to your waist and to like the hand gripping your sword cane. If you're not wearing gloves, like he can clearly see like the veins bulging and the white knuckled grip.
hmm
And he just,
Yeah.
Shaq, you know that won't do you any good with me. And like pulls his coat aside and he's got like a full cavalry saber. Like apparently the fucker's got in the military since or something.
Oh. Well, you've is Jacques Gregorian, or is he?
No, he's Neustrian as shit.
Alright.
But he's pretty
Well.
like he's like his family has ingratiated themselves with the local like Illuminati, like the local the local power race.
I will look him up and down, and I will sort of Edgar, who's like still probably hanging on my arm,
Mhm.
and say, Edgar, this is Jacques, who has clearly moved up in the world since last we met.
I
think
can't.
you're
You're
muted.
muted, Jordan.
God damn it. Okay, I was saying Edgar is going to look between Jack and Jock and be like, Jack, Jock, I'm sensing a theme.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Zach is really imaginative when it comes to names.
You've probably heard of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's probably a bit of like a to-do. Like he's probably like climbing the charts at whatever the local like fencing and dueling school is.
I'm sure Norris altered something for him too.
Oh yeah. Well, and like, I mean, made a cloth gambazon or something for him.
Mm-hmm.
If
And-
Nora altered it so that it falls off at a strategically important moment, I'm going to love Nora forever.
We can definitely flash that back. Also, Edgar, you definitely know like he's killed a couple people in legal duels.
It's fine. Edgar actually hasn't he's only watched duels. He hasn't actually taken part in one himself before, but like he's eager to try, just hasn't really found anyone willing.
This would be diving in the deep end with both feet and a lead vest.
No. It'll be like that one episode in Firefly with the ball.
How well does that go for Mal?
I mean,
But Mal's also an untrained jerk, so it doesn't. Mal is Jack in this scenario, essentially.
I mean, untrained jerk and Edgar kind of go hand in hand.
Edgar knows how to actually swing his sword cane, unlike Mal, though.
Yes.
So.
Jack will like hold up the uncorked half-drank bottle of booze. It's like, man, you look like you could use a drink.
He like motions with his glass of champagne. It's champagne. Only the best for the Boutiers, and like takes a condescending sip. How is your...
Oh yes, I remember now. You can't drink. You never were one for a real man's drink, were you, Shock?
If by real you mean poor, then I imagine you're the realest man on this train. And like at this moment, the train like actually just starts to move, and like everybody sort of like has to find their feet briefly.
Stumble around a little bit. While we're stumbling around, can I like spill my drink? Spill the booze on him?
Oh yeah,
like
done.
As much as possible, just ruin whatever nice thing he's wearing.
Yep.
Right now.
Yeah. No. Don't even bother rolling. It just happens.
Okay. Awesome.
He slaps you in the face with his glove.
Of course he does. Jack kind of back and stunned, and then looks down at the empty bottle, sort of mournfully, and holds it way up, trying to get that last drop out.
Well, Kerr, what do you say?
I say I need another drink.
So then you accept the dishonor of refusing my duel.
Look at Edgar and make eye contact.
Yeah.
How's Edgar reacting here?
Edgar is probably going to step in front of Jack. Say that he would take Jack's place, since he is not drunk or anything.
Oh, my noble champion, fighting in my stead.
I imagine Jack says all of those words in that exact order.
Exactly, like in that order, it's slightly slurred.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Jacques, a true contest you shall have.
What are Como and Bell up to?
Making our way through the train, I think.
We're gonna ghost our way to the car that pulls the train.
To the engine? Okay. Yeah, I mean it's locked, and there's 2 guards posted out front of it, and also maybe a duel happening soon, or maybe later.
I imagine we're pretty distracting right now.
Oh yes, I mean, so there's 4 guards per car. So the two by
Mhm.
the door, because you had just walked in, are overseeing your situation. The other two are definitely guarding the entrance still.
Come on. Should we crawl on the outside of the train or
Yes.
sneak past these people and unlock the door?
I brought climbing gear.
I am climbing gear.
I don't know what that means, but I also have lockpicks. So which one, inside or outside? I can bite someone. Should I bite someone?
No.
That guy has a sword. I could bite him.
We do this outside.
Edgar is our friend.
Not that one.
There are like 3 people in that car with swords. Like 3.
Look, it's the one who didn't come with us with a sword. I can
That
bite
car is
him.
practically filled with swords. It's just swords.
No, this is Edgar's jam. Let him embarrass the dude.
Oh, I've never worked with Edgar before. Okay, so do we want to climb on the roof and fight no guards, or fight 2 guards and not have to climb on a train?
How
Which one of those
quiet-
is Prowl?
I'm climbing
Climb
on
outside is Prowl.
All right, let's go find a bathroom and Jerry open a window.
Okay.
Yeah, the turlet's back in the bar car.
The bar car.
The
Okay.
dining car, if you want to be pretentious about it. And there are some
Nobody's
nice...
eating, nobody's drinking.
Also, Belle, there is totally a portrait of Sly on one of the walls.
Can I get away with drawing a mustache on it?
You can absolutely try.
the. He already has one.
But like another curvier mustache.
I don't think that's possible.
Probably right.
I think Como's gonna like shout whisper to
I think if you
So-
drew another mustache on it in the middle of his like sea voyage, paddling his dinghy across the Pacific, Sly
Like-
would just spontaneously generate a second mustache.
The hairs in the back of his neck raise. It's like the wear stash is coming.
Yes,
I thought this went away when the moon did.
he's chasing the moon.
All right.
Crow.
Yeah, let's go find a
Crow,
bathroom.
The thing. We're
Come
gonna
on, what's
go
up?
do the thing. And then
Well,
she
let's go.
winks and then follows Belle to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Let's go find a toilet.
So Edgar is probably going to be talking about how he's always admired these kind of duels, like,
Mhm.
and probably mention some well-known duels that happened in the last couple of years.
There's the top of like the dueling hierarchy in town
Mm-hmm.
is this lady named Margaret, but nobody knows too much about her because she tends to always show up with like the full mask, like the fencing
Right.
mask on.
But basically, Edgar is going to be that person at like a poker table who like pretends they don't know how to play poker
Okay.
at all.
You're
You're
being a
pool
ringer.
sharking this guy in a fight to the death.
So they
I said you're pool sharking this guy in a fight to the death.
Yeah, no, you're a ringer. Good.
And that
It's
chicken
pool
dinner.
sharp, by the way.
Is it?
No, it's card sharp.
yeah,
Card
That's
shark.
card shark.
yeah.
Please hold.
Anyways.
I'm not googling this. Whatever.
Moving
both
right
won.
along.
Sharking, yeah.
Edgar
So do I
is
see-
going to suggest they move to a car with more room, so mostly so that more people can actually watch.
No, they're just gonna push some of the chairs up to the wall. Like this is the emptiest car. This is the one where the
Okay.
auction's
This
gonna
hap-
happen.
It's happening now. Is there stuff here? Like, is
It-
there...
There aren't any of the goods here. They must be holding it elsewhere, and you don't really know where.
Okay.
They're pretty clever, but I mean, you could go investigate if you really want to, or you could stick around for moral support.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We're sticking around for the fight, clearly.
Yeah.
Do I see Edgar preparing a duel?
I mean, they're not hiding it.
Edgar's taking off his gloves and probably giving his cane a couple swings. Running his hand through his graying hair, saying, you know, it's been a while since he's had to use it.
Jack, on the other hand, is essentially just harassing Jacques with
Okay.
stories about their exploits from dueling school.
Okay.
Specifically things like Sophia, what is yours? Is Sophia? Was that your sister, Sophia? I remember Sophia.
Yes, Sophia, my petit
That was-
sir.
she was a really nice girl, Sophia. We had some fun with Sophia. She's a very popular girl. I just want to rattle him essentially in his head.
Yeah, so I
Oh.
mean, that sounds like a forceful approach. No, give me. I mean, that was totally adding an aspect to a guy. You can't tell me
Absolutely,
that
yeah.
wasn't.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah, I don't. I think that's
Casting aspersions on his
Probably
sister's honor and like
if
messing with his head.
if you want like him to be rattled or whatever, that'll be
Okay.
probably Sway,
Okay.
because that's the
Can I get him
bullshit in Sway.
angry? I'm
Yeah.
angry.
Yeah. It'll be the
That
same
can be
thing.
Sway's still Sway.
Yeah.
Okay, I suck at Sway.
I could see an argument for consort if you're like, oh yeah, remember that time I fucked your sister? There's
I
definitely
can roll. Yeah, no, and Jack will totally, because Jack has 0 ranks in consort, so
Yeah.
he doesn't know how to do this artfully.
Yeah.
Like he's just gonna come right at it, just
Yeah.
run right at this thing.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you know how to do it artfully. You just might not have like all the metaphor and double entendre.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So yeah, I have 0 points in either of those things.
I mean, yeah, but you're not intimidating him, so I mean, it's
I'm not, so it doesn't really work, right? Like I actively didn't fight him, so I can't be intimidating him.
yeah,
It doesn't make any
it's
sense.
dealer's choice.
I'll just roll. What?
Might I make a suggestion? Could we maybe style that as you assisting me?
In the
into
duel?
that.
Or-
Yeah.
I'm into that. I'll spend the stress to assist the duel.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe, I don't know, beforehand you tell Edgar about some behavior, like just
Mm-hmm.
little things that, like, oh, he's not very quick on his right side, and that was the only part I could ever get, sort of thing.
He's also racist as fuck, and you're known as Incubus.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, you should.
And Jack just pointed out that he has a little sister.
Jack is also going to be like listing off all the conquests that he didn't get that Jack did, essentially, even if they're not true.
No,
like,
I
it's just
know.
straight up not true.
Well, and
just-
and Jacques knows some of them are bullshit because he got them and you didn't.
Uh-huh. But
He's-
the
He's
Yeah.
the prettier, smarter, Frenchier you.
is but I want to give Edgar as much ammo as possible to get inside this guy's head while they fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not just, I'm not really great at handing over style
Yeah.
Right.
critiques, but I can
So
I know how to get people angry or scared.
So while you're trying to find an opening, let's see how the other two get out opening a bathroom window. Boom, segued.
Bump.
So, I mean, do you want to just, is it prowl on the way out, or are you doing anything fancy to the bathroom window, or anything in the bathroom?
No, I think we're just gonna crack open the window and crawl outside, and then do the train hop, and then
Cool.
Yep, all those things.
Okay, so yeah, that'll be probably a prowl from each of you, or you can do a group action.
how do we group it up?
So
What's your
one
prowl score, Mike?
One person leads.
Like 1,000,000.
One person leads. The other, and then everybody rolls their prowl. The highest result is taken as the result, and the leader pays 1 stress for any failure.
We also have that one
Mhm.
group ability where 6s count as a crit, like if there's more than one.
From different
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
You share crit dice.
So
yeah,
if,
we should super do it as a group thing, but I have a 2 prowl. What do you have?
3.
Okay, do you want to lead?
Yes.
Okay.
Como is the best loop.
I'm working on it. I had enough desperate actions where I'm halfway to leveling up prowess again.
Jack, you're throwing enough shade to refresh Como's shade cloak.
hmm
Cool. So let's see those prowl rolls.
Is this desperate or anything?
Those would probably be risky.
Does my light climbing gear give me any kind of... It doesn't matter in this. Never mind.
Jesus.
Uh,
Why'd you roll 4?
Because I stressed.
Oh, okay. Cool. So yeah.
oh, 1 short of a crit.
yeah.
So yeah, you get the 6, so you get across the trains. There's a few, it looks like there's some security measures up here, which is weird because this is like a commuter train that's been repurposed. But they seem dormant at this point. Which is weird because why would you have security features on a train that's carrying a bunch of fancy people and not have them on? But
Yeah.
otherwise, you get up to the front of the train and the engine without too much issue. There appears to be one man inside who's graying and has beard for days, conducting the train, which is normally like a 2-person job, but he seems to be handling it fine.
Okay, interesting.
Okay, what's the plan?
We kill the dude and we take over the train.
But we don't know how to drive a train.
We don't know how to what?
Drive a train.
So?
It's
Let's just
pretty
tinker.
straight. There's a level. There's a
No,
lever and
it's finesse.
I mean,
No, that's for driving boats.
No, it's vehicles.
Tinker could be for stopping the train.
Could be.
look, just so you know, like I'm invincible, so really this is no big deal for me. I just thought, not everybody is as blessed as I am with demons or whatever. So,
Blessed with demons.
are we killing this guy? I'll bite him. How about I just incapacitate him? He seems like an okay guy.
I mean,
I'm gonna bite him, and then she runs up and bites him on the neck.
Cool.
you have
With
to
venom.
bite quietly.
Give me prowl to ambush him or skirmish if you're gonna like be not super
Two
sneaky about
vampires,
it.
a guy.
4.
Okay.
Also, that's with my venom. I don't know if I said that part. I didn't know if it was implied or not, but yeah.
We thought you were just running at a guy with your mouth open for no reason.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
what you
anytime you say
doing?
I bite him, I'm assuming you're using venomous.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Cool. So I mean, you definitely like clamp down, and you bite him.
hmm
Do you want it to hit, and then he's going to counter, and then probably fall over? Or do you want your timing to be off, and you'll probably get another opening, but it'll be desperate? The counter is going to be bad.
Let's go for bad timing.
Okay.
So does that just mean like I missed?
Basically. But
Okay.
he knows you're there.
Okay.
Well, no, like
Catches
you
you like in a
clamp down,
zombie
he
movie.
pulls you off and like throws you to the floor of the engine.
Okay.
And then like a second later, or like a quarter second later, like your mouth fills with the venom. Like
Yeah.
you don't seem to have like the full trigger down yet, or he just caught
Okay.
you too fast, which is
Yeah.
weird because he's like a 65-year-old dude.
Yeah. Okay, so I
Old
think
but
for this,
bold.
it's gonna be, I'm on the ground, right?
Mhm.
Sweep the legs, like acrobatically roll, and then go for another bite.
Belle, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I shoot him.
Okay.
I probably shoot him with a knife because it's. I mean, the train's gonna be loud, right?
Wait,
just-
a ballistic
I just-
knife the thing in this? Just
Yeah,
ask-
no, she's Frank Castle. She's got the gun that shoots swords. Flocka,
Okay.
flocka, flocka.
Did you
I've never not rolled a 6, and I'm not rolling 6s.
stick
brought
with
them
me?
on the
And
train,
we'll
we
go
didn't set the
places.
fast.
Not
Yeah,
places where 6s are, but places.
you tag him, and it goes through like his knee, and it's messy. He lands on top of Como. You're pinned to the ground.
Tons of biting. Just so much biting is happening right now.
Great, you're killing a famous Canadian icon. This is great. This is fine.
I didn't
You're
know it
killing-
at the time.
you're-
You can't blame me for
You're
it.
killing the man who invented time zones. This is great. Don't worry about
Oh
it.
no, he can go get fucked. I'm biting him.
He should have invented not getting a shot zones.
Look here,
Um,
Francois time zone. You shouldn't have been on this train.
You mean Fleming? Sanford Fleming? Anyways.
Francois time zone.
Yeah, not quite.
You don't
Does he have
invent
a
something,
son?
not name it after yourself.
And yeah, bullet like goes through his leg and does something deep within the train that doesn't sound good or mechanically sound.
I'm usually much better at this. I apologize to Como.
The train immediately accelerates a bit and sort of continues to do so. You appear to have damaged
That's
something,
fine.
Bell.
Bill, get him off of me. I can fix the thing. Get him off. Get him off. Get him off.
I thought is he not dead yet?
He's like shot through the leg and been covered in poisonous bites, but he's not dead.
It doesn't kill people. It just hurts a lot. Get him off.
Is there an execute button that I can just click? Do I need to roll again for
Push
using
X
him
to pay
off?
respects. Get him off of me.
I mean, Como, if you want to try to cut him, you certainly can. Bell, if you shoot him again, like you might, I'm gonna make you roll because you might damage something else in the train.
Oh, I don't really want to shoot
member.
Como. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's invincible.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Okay. Okay.
That's better.
She's invincible until she isn't.
So there's like a wet thud, a voice from the other side of the door. I definitely heard it that time. And like some people trying to find the right key for the door. And Como, there's a full-grown man corpse on you. And Bell, the train is accelerating slightly faster now.
Okay. I help Como get up. Oh, and then I go lock the door forever.
Okay. So, I'm going to
Bell,
slide her.
That sounds like Rack.
I have
Can I
demolition
tinker?
tools. I'm gonna toss her a small sledgehammer and an iron spike to basically break that lock forever.
Just be sure there's like a window that we can get out of.
I mean,
We got in somehow, right?
Yeah, I'm like, there's a port in the roof.
Okay.
Is what I'm imagining. All right, Bell, give me a wreck.
The best wreck.
You're not. You managed to kind of pull that off.
Yeah.
I think what happens is you get it, but they're definitely suspicious as shit. So there's going to be like a general state of alarm.
That's fair.
Edgar, has the duel started?
It's starting now.
Well, no, like had it started when their whole
No.
shenanigans
Say
were
yes.
going on?
God damn it, Jordan! You're supposed to say yes.
Because they're probably going to like call it off because of the general state of alarm because shit is not working as it should be. So I'm giving you a chance here to have had the
Okay,
duel.
yes, it did. It
Okay.
did. It
Give me a
started.
chance here to have had the duel.
Yeah. Cool.
Probably when it first started picking up, like we were getting ready.
That's
and
going to
then-
be like the end point of it, I think.
Okay.
So the train will lurch forward and someone will be stabbed, as is narrative law.
Okay.
That sounds like a skirmish, right?
Mm-hmm. It'll probably be a couple skirmish rolls.
It's finesse because it's a duel.
Yes.
Can be used, yeah.
Let me just
So-
doop doop. There we go.
I'm gonna push myself, and Jack offered assistance.
Yep, Jack has already paid the stress for these instances, so have at it. On guard.
Jesus shit.
That is an amazing roll for 5 dice.
Yep.
Yes.
So here's how this is gonna work. I've put,
Almost Yahtzee.
Yeah. I've put a 6-point clock, and I can't get the goddamn map to behave properly here. I've put a 6-point clock in the middle. It's going to start at 3. If it hits 0, he gets a clean strike on you, which is bad. If it
Okay.
hits 6, you get a clean strike on him.
Okay.
So you can get him, but it'll be desperate next time.
Okay.
Or you can take this chance to improve your positioning and basically he'll make some progress, but your next attack will be controlled.
And I can resist his strike, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna do that and get a better position.
Cool. So I mean, it's just if it hits 0, so are you
Yeah.
resisting the fact that it's going to desperate? Because you can anything I say that affects you, you can be like bullshit. I resist that.
No, I'll just strike again.
Okay.
Probably because like Edgar made himself out to be like this complete novice that's never swung a sword in his life, sort of thing.
Yeah. So he's got this like, basically he thinks of it as like his noob killing swipe, and you manage to block it. And there's like that flash of recognition between the two of you, and Jack like, Edgar's kind of good at this. Like kind of really
As
like
Jack,
could spear you 7 times before you got that cane out of like that sword out of your cane.
Jack's also going to start circling around behind the nearest pair of guards.
Oh yeah, and everybody is watching this.
Yes. Yes.
So no more assistance from Jack?
I mean, it can be sort of. I can be shouting from the periphery, maybe, or I could have already
I
offered
think
the assistance.
I think if Edgar wants to lean on you, and if Jack you want to have take the stress damage, we can just say that Jacques is still rattled.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Okay, cool.
I'm good with that. Please roll your enormous handful of dice again.
Can I hear a devil's bargain?
I mean, devil's bargain is obviously you get stabbed. Through and through. It's to the hilt.
I'm gonna pass on that devil's bargain and just.
But it sounds so much fun.
If someone else wants to pitch one, other players are certainly allowed to.
My devil's bargain, my plan going forward, I was going to kill these two guards, take a pistol, and shoot him in the back while Edgar's dueling him.
It would probably be in the front. I'm imagining Edgar's got his back to the door you came through.
No, I'm gonna decline the devil's bargain.
I like where you're going with that though.
Yeah, Jack. This guy's not walking away from this train, but Jack can't take him in a fair fight. So this is the plan.
Okay, desperate. Jack's assistance, no devil's bargain.
Yes. Are you pushing yourself?
Holy shit!
Shit.
That is a.
Edgar got too cocky.
Yeah.
Wow.
Doop 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 doop.
That is.
You are hanging on by your fingertips. He's good.
Yeah.
Now that he's trying, you're impressed and definitely feeling like your instincts have kept you alive fully 17 seconds at this point.
I have a proposal for a flashback, and you can tell me if this is going to cost us.
Okay, give me.
Edgar, we worked out a safe word.
Oh yeah, that's free.
At which point, if Jack hears the safe word, shit goes down and dude gets shot.
Yeah, that's no stress.
Hard shoot dude plan.
Okay.
Applesauce.
Oh,
wow! Why would Edgar say that?
Yep.
Come on.
You make cider.
So
do you remember the whole apples thing from season 1, Aaron? How there's a meaning there?
No, I do.
Okay. And I honestly think maybe that's something Jacques actually is going to he's gonna twist that knife. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna make you bleed applesauce, or what? In a Frenchy accent, I'm going to make you bleed.
Insult you can give.
Just
I wonder if you're just as red on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
And yeah, the only thing that have kept you alive for these 17 seconds is your raw skill. Whereas he has skill that has been folded 1,000 times and sharpened into steel.
So I'm gonna go again.
Just while you were dating Nora, he studied the blade.
All right, folks, good night.
That cuts me.
Good. Early shitty internet memes should wound. Okay.
So
let's see how this goes.
Desperate?
Very.
Is Turbo desperate an option?
Yeah, I think you might I think this is up to great effect. He is grinning like a caged animal. Or you're a caged animal, sorry.
Jack, are you willing to take a third tick for this?
Jack is real close to traumaing out, but sure, why not? Let's do this thing.
What is Jack's trauma at? Or stress at?
8,
I got 2 ticks remaining before I pass out.
Okay.
And I assume fugue state and just stab everyone is Jack's trauma on this particular job, I think.
It's not unheard of.
All right, Edgar.
There's a precedence for fugue states.
Okay.
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 Yeah, no, you've definitely stabilized.
Mhm.
I think at this point the train lurches forward.
Yeah.
Jack, what do you do? These two guards are definitely caught off balance. And for some reason, like, like, I don't know. Does Jack think of himself as a predator? Because they
I
smell
don't know.
like prey.
Well, I think Jack is definitely in the score settling mood
Mm-hmm.
at this particular juncture. Yeah, no, I'm going to. Yeah, we'll take out these guards and we will shoot.
Okay. Roll
Oh,
me.
I want him to see me
Yeah.
when I shoot him.
Roll me a prowl
Alright.
for the guard murdering.
All right. Well,
And-
that was the wrong button because I just erased all my prowl. There we go.
And
What's my position on this particular moment?
This is controlled. They don't see you coming. They are dead. It's how much
Okay.
time Jacques has to react to this that we are determining.
All right. Standard effect, I assume.
Mhm.
No bonus dice. Boom.
Okay. So yeah, you slit the first guard's throat, and he just honestly kind of remains standing, looking stunned, and slowly brings a hand up, and then starts slumping. But you've already moved over to the next guy. What does your knife or blade look like? Is it your cane sword, or do you have a
just-
smaller one for throat slitting? Okay.
Just cancel.
You can twist the handle right instead of left, and it becomes a cane dagger.
I think it's just a blade hidden in a cane.
Yeah, maybe after I draw the sword, there's a smaller blade that comes out of the cane, whatever. Yeah. So I'll slash, and then I'm grabbing one of their guns.
Yeah. He has time to react.
Okay.
Feel bad, Jordan.
And say it.
And say
You have
it.
to say it out loud. Your penance is to say it out loud twice.
Just your average citizen cane.
I like how Zach went for a drink, as though tempting fate. Anyways, so yeah, he's going to see it coming. He gives Edgar just this rough boot in the chest, and he's going to hurl his sword at you.
Okay. That sounds like I'm skirmishing with him currently.
Take your shot.
All right.
And the devil's bargain is you get impaled. But, I mean, you get that bonus die to see how well you shoot him. Otherwise, I mean, we'll see how much harm he gets to deal back to you.
Sorry, so he's stepping on me, or
Yeah, he just kicks
me
you to create space, and then he's gonna whip his sword straight into Jack.
I would like to assist in the form of me kicking his legs to throw him off balance.
Okay.
As I'm going
Okay,
down.
cool. Is this a desperate roll or a risky roll?
Yes, this is desperate. A blade is being hurled at you.
I figured, but I thought it was worth checking. Bonus dice 1 from my good friend Edgar.
Yes.
If you kill this dude, we're gonna be super bros, right? Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you get him.
I mostly live.
You definitely get him.
Awesome.
So, I think your shot coincides with Bell's shot, the first one that got Sanford Fleming in the knee, and turned that leg into jello.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then, yeah, you definitely catch a sword in the chest.
Nice.
That'll be a good scar. I'm thinking it's probably level 3 harm of impaled.
Throw some armor in front of that.
Sure.
It's up to you.
Yep.
All right.
I almost want to say no, but no, yeah, you can definitely armor that off, because level 3 harm sucks. You would be useless for the rest of the heist.
Well, I'm I could try to resist it, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
from traumaing out.
Yep.
So then I would be useless for the rest of the thing as well.
Yep.
So, all right. So I'll take that hit. I'll armor it up. What does that leave me with?
Level 2.
Partially impaled?
No, yeah, it's just level 2 impaled.
Level 2 skewered. It just missed most of the vital organ.
Basically, like it's going to like slide along this breastplate, and then like just
Okay.
like slash like this big angry gash down your side. Probably like a couple cracked ribs under there, but like it penetrated your armor at least a little bit. So you've got like this pretty long gash. It'll be a nice scar.
Awesome.
And
How dead is this guy?
Very.
Totally worth it.
Chicks dig scars. Remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Here. Yeah, no, I'm totally cool with that result.
And then there's a second muffled gunshot from up front, and the train lurches forward a little more. One of the guys who was posted at the other end of the car is going to start moving towards you because you just murdered 2 people in plain sight.
All right.
And the other one is like trying to get that door open.
Okay. Edgar, do you have any response you would like to make, or should I just go full Jack mode on this train car right now?
You can go full Jack mode. Edgar is proudly straightening his clothes while getting out from where he got kicked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, and there's probably
Jack?
like some clothes damage. Like he cut fabric, if missing you.
Mm-hmm.
This guy ruined our outfits. That's like the worst.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Jack is going to pull the sword out of himself.
Yep. Remember, this is like a cavalry saber. Like it's not like a narrow thing. Like it's a full bladed.
Jack is a bit of a driven person who's already been stabbed really hard.
Oh yeah.
So
pulling the sword out should do double damage. That's just bad juju.
It's not that it was like embedded. Like it
yeah,
just cut along and embedded in the door behind you. Because impaled is the level 3 harm. Badly sliced is the level 2 version. So yeah, you aren't pulling something out.
Yeah. So I will finishing this sword with my own blood on it. I will turn towards the advancing guards, smash up some furniture, and move in their direction very quickly.
Okay.
And stop outside of sword range, because I assume that they're like, are they pulling their guns, or are they just
yes.
like, okay. Gentlemen, I implore you to consider what just happened here. We just killed your better, and are only getting started to be fucked with in this moment. Seek employment elsewhere.
So command?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay. They honestly aren't scared of you. Like, you ambushed their 2 buddies.
It's true, I totally did.
So, I mean...
That definitely happened.
And you're bleeding pretty good. And your foppish friend is fixing his clothing as opposed to, like, backing you up.
Yup.
Hashtag priorities.
Hashtag squad.
Well, it sounds like a command roll to me.
Yes.
Do I get my savagery bonus for attempting violence on them?
I mean, they're not scared. Isn't that what savagery keys off of?
It's the threat of violence or the... Let me check real quick.
I think it's on your character sheet, too.
When you unleash physical violence, it's especially frightening when you command a frightened target, so they're not scared.
Yeah.
You're right. You are absolutely right. Let me roll that anyway. What is my position?
This is probably... I think... It might even be desperate, actually, because, yeah, one of the guys is definitely looking at you and has cold steel in his hand, like...
It's desperate.
Yeah.
Desperate.
Is Edgar helping?
Not assisting, but he'll attack afterwards.
Okay.
Wow.
Good.
Look, I am 1 away from another trauma. That's my potential third trauma.
You might have to retire the character.
No.
That's 4.
Does it pull dice out for my wounds automatically?
I don't think it does.
Okay, so I guess I'll just roll this by hand then.
Okay.
For bonus, you can put -1
Yeah.
on there, and it should adjust.
Yep.
Okay, then let me do that then. I did not check that first. Standard. You are absolutely correct. Thank you.
I really
and
hope you nail this.
That'd be pretty great.
Yeah.
kind of want to nail it too.
Okay.
It's not terrible.
Not really nailed though.
No.
Like it's the second worst option.
Yes. So I mean, you get him. His buddy hears you and like was fucking around with the door and then stops. Belle, what were you doing to wreck that door? I like how I got you right as you took a bite of chips.
Me?
Yeah. What did you do to wreck that door?
I spiked it.
Okay. And you got a 5 on it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think your hammer
Let's
comes
check.
through. Like the
Belle
door's
says,
a lot.
"Oops, shit."
Yeah, the door's a lot flimsier than you were like anticipating. Apparently, this one's made out of balsa or something. They were probably trying to keep weight down, or just ran out of money. So you kind of like hears Johnny a little bit, and the guy in the back is spooked. Does someone want to flip a coin for me?
Ooh.
AKA roll 1d2.
Done.
Cool. Hey Edgar,
Yeah,
can you dodge bullets?
I've done it before.
Okay. I mean, you also have armor to spend, and it's probably better that you and not Jack.
I think all of your previous bullet dodges were a larger teammate absorbing them for you.
Not all of them, but most of them.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So yeah, you're gonna get shot,
Cool.
which will be probably a level 2 harm.
Can I use my armor?
Oh yeah, Nora's made you all the best armor. It'll actually absorb this fully if you expend your armor, because you know, you're friends with the seamstress armor smith.
Mm-hmm. She knew how to sew in the Kevlar into my vest and stuff.
It's the cloth gambazon. Like, it's honestly really actually very a blade of armor.
Kevlar is the most important present part.
She's basically made like cloth Kevlar. And I mean, you also know enough to get out of the way.
Right.
You're hiding behind Jack.
You're my new cutter friend that I had behind with bullets.
I'm not quite as badass as the last one, I think.
So the party is reunited as Belle comes like smashing through this door.
Do I see them?
You see like 2 guards who have just surrendered, 2 guards who are very dead, a foppish French guy who is being rude, who is very dead. Like this chunk of his head is just gone.
Is he dead?
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
The foppish French guy?
Yeah.
Super
I thought he was being rude.
Yes. No, like
How's he rude?
Yeah, that's how rude.
No, like he was being rude before he died.
You can smell it on him.
Yeah.
No, as he laid dying, he flipped us the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's rigor mortis, just like. Yeah.
His last word was tabernacle. And yeah, there's probably people who are going to come running in here shortly, because A, the train is accelerating and it shouldn't be, and B, there is at least 1 gunshot inside. Actually 2 now.
3.
No,
yeah,
2
but 2 of them
inside.
were simultaneous.
Yeah. So yeah, what's going on?
Edgar's gonna go drive the train however they want it, because he actually knows how to maneuver vehicles.
Okay.
I hope you like climbing in through windows.
He does.
The door's there, like you crashed through
you
it.
knocked the door off the hinges? Is that how you got here?
Basically Kool-Aid man through the door.
Also, he used to climb in Nora's window all the time and was caught doing so earlier this episode.
Oh, speaking of Nora, I have your locket.
Yeah, no,
What?
Belle is openly wearing Nora's locket.
I'm openly wearing y'all's locket.
Belle's locket, nice.
It's great because it's got a picture of the two of you inside. Kisses. I've done horrible things with it.
Wasn't that
Edgar?
yours, Edgar?
Yes.
Like Belle
Edgar's
stole
probably,
that off you.
He's probably feeling around for it really quick.
Yeah, no, it's not there.
We'll talk about this later, Sybil. Like, whenever he's mad at Belle, he actually uses her name instead of...
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I forgot I told people my name.
What's Como up to?
Trying to get the train and chill the fuck out.
Okay. Let's see a tanker. Or similar. Wreck,
Yeah.
maybe, if you want to stop the train less in control.
I'm just going to shoot the train again.
I'm gonna say Tinker. Risky or
This is risky.
okay.
So will you do that outside?
Huh?
Don't worry about it. Cool.
I have not been gifted with dice rolls for this character.
It definitely seems like Belle has hit a few like regulators. Like the first shot like went through a governor, and the second one went through a regulator. So that's why the train has just like started to accelerate.
So am I watching? I'm watching over the Como shoulder intently as they're doing that.
Sure.
Okay. And I'm like asking questions like, what does this do? What does that do? So go ahead, continue describing the things that we can shoot. I mean,
no, you've shot them already.
Right, but I'm going to shoot more.
If you shoot this train one more time, I'm going to bite you.
Promise?
If you don't shoot the...
That was the best.
Can I get Belle drugs?
Jack, you're looking around this car, and there doesn't seem to be any sign of, like, your family's stuff.
That's a problem.
But you can't, you honestly can't think of where else but this car would be stored. There just doesn't seem to be anywhere too obvious.
Is there like a stage area here?
Mm-hmm.
Like, around it while holding parts of myself inside.
Yep.
I would sort of poke at the stage.
Yeah, no, you got it. There's like a little carpet. It's actually pretty like what do you call it? Like just obvious or
yeah.
It's a
good
trope.
because I would actually be rolling negative dice.
Mm-hmm. You can't roll negative, so you always roll at least 2d6. Keep the lowest.
Okay.
But yeah, no, you crack open a couple floorboards, and there's like your mother's pearls, some shit you don't care too much about, but there's like a deed to the estate that owning isn't enough to make you own it. So possession of the deed is not in fact possession of the land, and the map is not the territory. But yeah, there's a few heirlooms there of sentimental value. Maybe your little sister's like comb or something.
Yeah. Okay. But nothing here that's like that can actually pay the crew for the job, essentially, huh?
Yeah. No, that's all a couple cars back.
Okay. Well, hopefully once they get that whole runway train thing figured out, we can address that problem.
Do we want the train to go faster?
Yes.
Guys, I have an idea.
What?
Okay. We have the door open.
Mm-hmm.
I just need you all to disconnect the train, and I'll take the front part and jam it into full speed, and we can take this part, and when it stops, we get off with all the loot and we leave.
But how will we kill the people?
With time?
Belle cocks her head like a dog.
60 more years.
Belle, they'll all owe us. See? Wait, don't you have a sun gun?
Yeah.
Does it shoot big?
Yeah, it shoots well.
Just... Okay. come in the engine compartment, turn around, and then shoot the rest of the fucking train.
We need to get the loot from there.
Bell shoots the train.
No.
Oh, okay.
Does
Guys,
Bell shoot the train before?
If you want to get paid, we have to go back a few cars.
Okay, we'll get all the things. We'll kill anybody who gets in the way. We'll make a stockpile here. We'll blow up that part of the train, and we'll ride this part of the train to freedom. How does that sound?
A lot better.
Complicated.
I feel like this is the plan we should have in the first place.
Yes.
Probably. I'm going to keep
yeah.
working the train. So you guys do the thing where you pick stuff that's good.
Throw me another tinker.
Aren't you the lockpick pickpocket?
I think Como means identify pick.
Yeah, no, we're not pickpocketing anyone at this point.
No,
We
I
might
just
shoot
meant
them and take their stuff.
the thief. But
Okay. So I mean, you are making progress, but the train is continuing to accelerate, and it's getting a little precarious towards like everybody else. Because I mean, I'm assuming you're lying down and like fixing some of the machinery gubbins, but like it's getting kind of hard to stand. The train's starting to shake side to side. So it's time to shit or get off the pot.
We don't have time to argue. Our options right now are get off the train now, wait till the train derails if we keep arguing, or get stuff and then maybe survive the night if you let me finish.
Edgar would like to take Como aside and actually try to slow the train down so that they have some more time.
Okay.
Because she's just tinkering. He wants to actually drive it. So
like pull on the brake.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll fix the broken parts. You spin the knobs or whatever trains do, and they'll go get treasure. How's that?
Great.
Okay. I am claustrophobic. Please don't stand in front of where my feet are, because I need to get out sometimes, and if I can't get out, I'm a freak out. Okay, good talk. And then she scoots back onto the like the engine.
Cool.
Yeah. So Edgar is going to attempt to slow the train down. Can I get a bonus die from her successful tinkering, or?
No.
Okay. Desperate, risky.
This is risky still.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so the next one's desperate. I mean, yeah, you're getting some, but like there are definitely broken parts here, and like Como's working on it, but like you're still piloting a broken train, and that's not the easiest thing in the world. Jack and Bell.
Oh, I propose that we climb along the outside of the train to the car that I remember with all the valuable stuff in it. We launch an ambush through the windows, kill everyone that's armed in the car, take the things, and go back to the locomotive.
Bell, it seems a lot easier to just kick down a door and shoot people.
Yeah, why don't we just kick down the door and shoot people?
Jack will sort of like look at himself bleeding.
Bell's honestly confused, like not understanding why you would do all that. Seems like a lot of work.
You could always ask Belle to play doctor on you really quick.
Yeah, you need some tinkering.
God.
Let me tinker your
Yes,
mix
and then
together.
if I trauma, I'm going to be obsessed with fixing that. I don't know if that's the thing that we can do in the time we have available. Maybe that's the thing we do in a minute after we solve this immediate problem.
So the train's stopping, right? We fixed the train problem?
It doesn't seem to be slowing down, but like it's not accelerating at this point.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lower chance to like crash and die horribly.
The stuff that we need is like 2 cars back, right?
Yeah, it's like 1 and 2 cars back.
Yeah, so that's like 4 and or 8 guards back.
I mean, you've already convinced 2 of them to stand down.
Okay. So 2 and or 6, or yeah, 2 and or 6 guards back.
No, I mean, like you've convinced
yeah.
2 of these chuckle fucks to stand down. So I mean, they don't seem to be entirely unreasonable.
Well, but Bell is, and Jack mostly is, so I
Mhm.
don't feel like that's going to be
Fair.
a winning move. If you want to SWAT team into the next car, fine, but you're first through the door, and I'll cover you.
Yeah, no problem. But we don't even need a SWAT team, right? It just needs to be them folks die now.
Part of the plan, regardless.
All right,
Cool.
let's see it.
I open door and I brandish rifle and I say,
Can
okay, everybody, this is robbery, and if you fuckers move, and I'll blow every last one of your fucking heads off.
The two people sort of immediately flanking the door definitely move.
I
But
just said, don't move.
most of the bougie fucks on the train who aren't like paid for security are going to like freeze or do whatever the hell you tell them.
can we rule this as like a team skirmish against the
Sure.
guards that are apparently trying
Or
to still
hunt.
kill us? Yeah. Hunt's bad, but skirmish.
I'm just suggesting hunt because Bell shoots good.
Right.
Like, Bell, are you shooting fools or what? What's
Yeah,
going on?
Bell has rifle out and is ready to impale and or blow.
Cool.
Shoot.
Yeah, there's two people who are definitely disregarding your order.
Give him hell.
I have problems with that.
Cool. Let's see it.
I am taking strain because I can't hit anything tonight.
Nice.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a quick pop. The two down the other end of the car, like basically two pistols slide along the floor of this train car towards you. And they look like inferior Gregorian waste, but
Gross.
you know, at least they aren't in people's hands at this point.
Okay.
I'll shove the pistol I was holding into my belt and pick one of those up.
Mhm.
Just to keep it off the floor. That was a very smart decision you gentlemen just made. I assume they're dudes. That you folks just made. That's
One of the people Bell just murdered was definitely a lady, but the two people down the end of the car seemed to be men.
you seem to be very reasonable. If you keep that up, we may not have to murder you. And then I would start. Bell, can you cover these guys?
Yeah. I like bring out my scope,
Mhm.
and I say like, I can pick a flea off a dog's back at 100 yards, and it's aimed right at your head.
That is symbolically impressive, Jack says as he walks over to a painting, one of the valuable ones, and sort of tears the frame up and starts rolling up the painting.
All right. Also, give me all of your valuables on everyone, and if your dress is particularly pretty, Edgar might want it.
Oh, good, we're highway robbers now.
Have we not always?
Great.
We're robbing a train. I don't know if that's like.
It is a train job.
Trying to hurry this along. So, I mean, yeah, people will accede to your demands. They'll hand you a bunch of stuff. Let's get one more roll from each Como and Edgar to see what state the train finishes up in. And basically how much time you have to get money out of these people.
Doop, 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 doop.
Good.
Oh,
Good.
Oh, Jesus.
The train explodes anyways.
you hear a crunch, and then
Just so
Okay,
you know,
yeah.
Edgar, this roll is desperate now.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
you may want to get behind me.
Como, do you want to assist me?
Sure.
It's free XP, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Yes.
use the one you've been using. You've got to downshift it.
Okay, at this point, he's gonna look over his shoulder and actually look offended. Like, please, I know how to drive.
Nothing but ones.
Nothing but one.
Okay.
Fine.
No, there's a 5 in there.
Cool. So yeah, you get the thing under control. This train is like gasping, and it actually does like pitch a little, and like it does that thing in like action movies where it goes up on like 2 wheels, except it's a train, so that's actually like really fucking dangerous.
It goes up on like 6 wheels.
Yeah, and it's up on like 18 wheels because it's a train. And like it just comes to a halt as like the engine is, about 30 degrees off of level.
Mhm.
And you take the first breath in what feels like fully 15 or 20 minutes. And like unclench. Como, you're about 50 meters back because you were definitely pitched off the train at some point, but you ain't even care.
I need a new dress. Tonight sucks.
Belle brings you a new dress.
Is it just the one that you
Also,
were
the
wearing?
haughty lady from earlier.
No, she's gone.
No.
She is long gone. She was definitely on the train when it was moving.
But she's not on the train now?
No.
Hmm.
It's probably fine. You
I
probably
rolled
don't
it
need
to
to worry.
text shenanigans.
Um,
Oh, shit. This is that world where there are people that are really good at things like...
Mhm.
give me survey.
It's-
Or maybe
She's
study.
the Archon of Smarm.
No, study would have been better, but four is a
Oh
4.
yeah, she's got some voodoo.
Hey, Edgar.
Hmm.
First of all, we have a collection of pretty dresses for you.
Great.
Second of all, you studied up on the people that are like better than other people.
Good.
There's so many openings for that.
No, but like metaphysically better.
French lady.
I don't know
Yes.
if Bell has the words for metaphysical. The people.
No, but it's Archon.
Okay, remember the guy that we killed last season?
Yes.
Yeah, he wanted to turn ogre into
We
a
didn't
archon.
kill him.
Archon.
He walked
Archon.
away.
Right,
He
there's an
walked
archon.
away. He wanted us to kill him. Yes,
It
and
was part of ogre's character arc. Okay, so the archon. Could there be like an archon of like snotty like looks to given to people, or like of haughtiness?
I mean,
She fits the bill of an archon of entropic grace.
oh, good. I would probably explain that bit to her and how, I don't know how many there are, but that there seems to be a couple more frequent ones in Gastown.
It's a hot mess
Bell
of
is
them in
vaguely hurt
Gastown
that
for
she's
some
not
reason.
Bell is vaguely hurt that she's not the scion of a tropic grace.
Mm-hmm.
Not really knowing anything beyond that. Sorry, Jack. Did we get the things you wanted?
So,
Edgar, do we have fun?
Well, I'll certainly remember this.
I think at this
tomorrow.
point, Como is nowhere to be seen inside the train.
Yeah, no.
Come, are you dead?
You definitely wake up and like that boot print on your back is acting up.
Oh man,
It honestly, like, it takes you a couple tries to like actually get off the ground because it feels like that's weighing you down.
too old for this shit.
Cool. So let's do payoff and whatnot, and then end of session stuff, and then let people go to bed. So
Do you want me to
Uh,
mark stuff on the sheet as you read it out?
sure.
Okay.
So
wanna
I'm
double do it.
thinking this was a 6 coin job because you got some of the coin out, but not fully all of it.
Mhm.
And Jack got his knickknacks and curios.
So
How do you
a
work?
coin each and 2 for the balls? Or for the gang?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The crew earns 2 rep per default. If the target of the score is higher tier than you, take +1 rep, so that's 3.
Hey, rep.
You definitely did not keep that perfectly silent.
Yeah, but we killed all the
That went
witnesses.
pretty well.
Okay, do you kill all the witnesses?
No, because then we don't get rep.
Okay.
I saw it. I'm alive.
Como
I'll tell
stops
people.
Bell from killing the witnesses.
Cool. So this will be 4 heat because it was loud and chaotic. It wasn't a particularly well-connected target, but they were high profile. And 2 heat of killing was involved. God, that's,
So what's the total?
that's
Time to
7.
send someone to jail.
That's 7.
I'm just saying, Jordan's got 2 characters she's running with. One of them can go to jail.
One of them already goes to jail pretty frequently.
Yeah, I'd be kind of sad if Nora went up in jail.
Nice.
I like Edgar.
Nora's got a rep to keep up.
I've got your necklace, Edgar.
And then entanglements, you are at 7 heat and 2 wanted. So this is the only time I get to roll dice. And I roll well.
Wow.
Ooh, heat 6+. Arrest, you say?
Oh, good.
Guess what? Guess who's got a self-solving problem here with this whole heat thing? Huh? Us.
Holy shit, an inspector presents a case file of evidence to a judge to begin prosecution of your crew. The cops send a detail to arrest you, a gang, at least an equal to scale to your wanted level. So that's like, at wanted level 2, that's like 15, 20 people. Pay them off with 2 coin plus 3, so wanted level plus 3 coin. Hand someone over for this arrest. This clears your heat or try to evade capture. Wow. That's fun. Okay. Do you pay the bribe or do you ride the...
Come on. You should pay at the pump.
Are we going to kill some people?
No.
I could take 15 of them.
I'm just saying that if you go to jail, nobody can fuck with you because you're poison. That girl is poison.
Yeah, but then I have to go to jail, and that sucks.
That's super lame.
I can.
Anyway, Edgar's gonna pay the bribe.
Okay. 5 coin.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that is 10. Well, 8 stash and 1 coin.
Cool.
Does our heat clear if we pay the bribe?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I did just want to know.
Oh no, just handing over someone for the arrest clears your heat.
Okay, yeah. So we actually have to get somebody locked up in order to clear the heat.
Yeah, or do the reduce heat downtime action.
Yeah.
What happens when someone's in jail again?
It's bad shit.
Yeah, I know.
There's jail moves. I think you get
There's-
like
there's-
a someone going
There's
in or
incarceration moves. It's a whole thing. Let's do end of session because Aaron
Don't
needs
we
to
have
go to bed.
hirelings for that?
I don't think you have any hirelings in your gang.
No, no, they don't.
We should do that. That should be a thing that we do.
But we should, like, bring them back from the dead. Or they should be ghost
Should we
hirelings.
start with
Did you send
Gang
Harker
end of
to
session?
jail for your shit again?
Harker's dead.
I know.
That's the point. Yeah, we bring him back to life just to go to jail.
Anyways, execute a
No.
successful espionage, sabotage, or theft operation.
This is
yes?
theft. This is
Yup.
theft straight up.
This was sabotage. You kidding me? You killed a train.
It was sabotage!
Exactly. So that's 1 there. Contend with challenges above your current station. So that's 2 total. Bolster your crew's
That dude was definitely above our
reputation.
current station.
Yeah, he was. Also, that lady who slipped off is definitely not a threat.
We're probably pretty vicious. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's probably at least 1 for the reputation, right?
Yep. Probably 2, because I mean the whole duel was just like, I am outmatched and I'm going to try anyways.
Motivated by Jack's backstory, a fundamental part of the gang yet.
Yep.
So I feel like 2 of these have been.
Yeah,
Next
so that's 3 off the last 2, so that's 5 total.
Okay.
So that's a crew advancement.
Which puts us into an advancement and then 1 more XP.
Mhm.
Advancement. Okay. Before next.
All right, Sybil.
Yo.
You addressed a challenge with tracking or violence.
Multiple times.
Yes. Yeah, you get your 2 there. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I feel pretty confident in that.
Yeah, definitely 1, probably 2 there, actually, yeah. Struggled with issues from your vice or traumas.
I struggled with nothing.
No, you reveled in them. So that was 5?
Yeah.
Cool. Nora did not play tonight. Crow.
Yo.
You addressed a challenge with influence or deception.
A little bit.
Little bit. So I mean, the influence I would definitely say like pumping
Augustine.
Augustine for information.
Mm-hmm.
And then deception, is that getting inside? Would you say, or what?
Yeah.
You also deceived Jacques.
Yes, with like, oh, I've
Cool.
never really done these before.
What end of the sword is the stabbing end? Do
Oh,
I
I
hold
mind
by the
for
sharp,
truth.
pointy bit that makes my hand bleed? You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
With the cops, and then kind of just not taking Shock's shit about my heritage.
I don't know that Jordan ever gets less than 2 for this, because you're always just like, oh yeah, like, and then I go back to my bar, and then I talk about how I used to be in Eclipse, and then take your fucking 2 XP.
Axe.
You struggled with your issues from your vice or trauma. She just constantly ties back into character stuff. I mean, it's there if you want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, vice or traumas.
Yes, I think standing in for someone else's duel that I hardly know for a guy who's way better at dueling than me is pretty reckless.
Yes. Yeah, definitely at least one there.
Also, Como at one point told me to get out because it was dangerous. And I was like, fuck that. I'm going to keep trying to fix this thing.
Welcome.
Yeah, okay, that's 2.
What's that total?
Como.
6.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jordan goes hard.
I finally got to take Edgar to a party.
Mhm.
This is where he belongs.
Mm-hmm.
And then we killed everyone and almost blew the place up.
It's
Not
fine.
everyone.
I just wanted to go to a party first.
Mm-hmm.
Stealth
Right.
or evasion. There was evading blowjob guy, and then
Mhm.
getting into the engineering compartment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you get your 2 for that.
Beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I did kind of get shitty treatment because of who she is,
Mhm.
and I feel like there's
it's-
another one there, and I can't.
I
My
think it's
brain's not working.
just that one.
Does not getting let in because you're.
Oh, it's because
Count?
she looked like a drowned rat.
Oh, well, that too.
I'm guessing Como doesn't clean up well without, like,
Assistance.
I was gonna say divine
Concerted effort by
intervention.
others.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I can see that.
Edgar probably even comments on things that she could do next
Yeah.
time.
you probably tried, and like it was dragging a comb through like steel wool, trying to comb her hair and stuff like that. Like I imagine a small amount of effort went into it, and it would have taken a concerted quantity of effort.
If Nora were awake.
Basically. Struggled with issues from your vices or trauma.
I think I was reckless quite a few times.
Yeah. No, you.
I blew up a grenade on myself,
Mm-hmm.
and also bit some random fucking guy on the neck,
Mm-hmm.
and then also got involved in some weird blowjob agreement.
I mean, is that not a normal Friday for you? But
Nope.
yeah, no, that's fine. Yes, you get your 2 there.
Alright, so that's 5.
And Jack.
Mm-hmm. Addressed a challenge with violence or coercion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You went there a few
Mhm.
times.
Yep.
I feel like.
Yep. No, you get 2 for that.
And then
Beliefs, drives, heritage, or
express belief.
background.
I feel like this was just one big supercut of background.
Yes, this was Jack the
And
episode.
some drive, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's probably 2 there as well.
Mhm.
I do not have any traumas yet, and unless like my vice is luxury, I mean, unless I don't really feel like.
Yeah, you didn't really struggle with it.
Yeah. I have a feeling that Jack's not going to struggle with trauma or with these things so much. It's just like.
So I mean, like, struggling with your vice can be like, oh, that's a really nice painting that like I just want on my wall. Like, it's not worth anything, but like, you know. So I mean, if the job weren't explicitly to steal your family's heirlooms,
Mhm.
taking time to steal your family's heirlooms would have been that.
Okay.
So I mean, there are ways to play to
Right.
it. Or if you were just like, oh god, no, like I'm not gonna take like a thing where I get stabbed. Like that's some bullshit because this is a nice shirt. Like I take my shirt off and then he stabs me, or whatever.
Could also
Okay.
be you wanted to steal someone's jewelry or something.
Yeah. So I mean, if you ever want to be like, oh, that's something like luxurious that Jack wants, then you can. The last one is basically you opt into those. Because I mean, even if you have 3 traumas, you can never play to them, and that is entirely up to you.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
All
I
right,
think
yes.
I think that's it for us for tonight. We have been and still are That D&D podcast. Find us on YouTube, Twitter. We have a Patreon, which we would love it if you threw us any amount of cold hard American currency.
If you patronized us.
Yes, sure. Whatever Aaron just said. Cool. Yeah. Thanks and good night, everybody.
Night.
Night.
Toodaloo.